know, she became like a big, like in the drugs. Anyway, the weigh-in's going to be starting soon. Let me refresh. What's up? How you guys doing, man? I'm happy to see you guys. What's up with y'all? So obviously, we got a lot to talk about.
We'll be doing push-ups. We'll bet. We'll make a bet.
Okay, well, big thank
We're going to go full screen and talk.
Sean Porter, Abner Maras, I'm Kate Abdo. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the company. We'll see you next time. Welcome to Brooklyn, New York's largest.
We're going to go full screen and we're going to talk. I'll be right back.
Biggest show in town as an undefeated champion returns to the ring on Fox and in style. This is the Fox PBC weigh-in, and it starts right now. Welcome to the Fox PBC weigh-in.
I love the presentation style. It's so much better. So much better.
We're going to get you out to Brooklyn in just a moment for the weigh-in. First, though, Dan, you've got a fight coming up in April.
April 20th, I'm back in action.
Looking forward to it.
What's up with y'all, man?
Start training camp as soon as I get back to Philly.
Ray was out for dinner with friends last night. He invite you?
Yeah, he did, but I actually, yeah.
Oh, he stood him up.
I went to the game, so I left him.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Great main event coming up tomorrow on Fox with Keith Thurman making his return. Where does he rank amongst the top welterweights right now?
I'm good. We're going to talk. Shh, shut up, guys. Shut up.
There's 4 or 5 of them. Danny included, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, or Errol Spence. You know, I'd like to see a tournament with all these guys for the winner to come out. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great matchup. Keith Thurman is one of the top welterweights. But I'm anxious to see, after a 2-year layoff...
This is all live, remember.
Can he win in impressive fashion? And does he look like can he get back to the form that he once was before he went the 2-year layoff? So there's a lot of questions for me.
What does it mean to have him back in such a stacked welterweight division, back in action?
You know, I think he's a top welterweight, first of all. He has the best resume, his best wins as a welterweight, and that's what you got to go off. You got to go off resume. Even though he's been out there ring for 2 years.
2 years out, and you still feel like he's the top welterweight?
Yeah, because he has the best wins, the 2 best wins. Nobody else has 2 big wins like that.
Are you going to say that over yourself?
No,
1 minute.
I mean, I'm a great fighter, you know. Even though I feel like
You're telling me you're the best over here. You're better than him, and now he's the best.
No, I didn't say he was the best. I say he's one of the best. I say he's one of the best. But obviously, I felt like I won the fight. You know, the judges gave it to him, so can't cry over spilled milk. But I obviously feel like I'm one of the best, and I'm always going to think like that. But if you're going off resume, then you have to say he's probably one of the top guys.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the challenger for a second. Josesito Lopez has never fought in New York before. He'll do so for the very first time tomorrow on Fox in the main event against an undefeated knockout artist. He's really up against it in this fight, right?
Yes, he is. And look, I love Josesito Lopez. I've seen him fight in the past. In the boxing terminology, he's what we call an honest fighter. Gives you an honest day's work, never cheats the fans, always in shape, comes on.
Predictions, Thurman and Lopez.
If Keith Thurman
and Lopez.
Should be, this guy can walk through him.
Wait, that might be me.
We lost on Josesito Lopez why he's been chosen, though, as the opponent for Keith, and the fact that the perceived chances of him winning this one are relatively low. Is there an advantage to being the B-side?
There is, because there's no pressure. And he's been in this position before. He's been in big fights before. With Canelo, Maidana, and Victor Ortiz. He was the underdog in that fight. He came to win. And I think they chose him because he's the type of guy who's going to stand in front of you. Thurman's a big puncher, so I think he'll be in front of Thurman all day. And Josesito hasn't really looked good in his last couple fights. So I really think they're banking off that.
All right, well, that's the main event, but make sure you don't miss out on our entire night of fights that headed your way tomorrow. All 6 bouts that feature one undefeated fighter looking to maintain a perfect record.
Yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow night covering all those. Remember, it's going to be an early card. Yeah, it's my
WBC World Featherweight Eliminator, and this right here is a live look for you where it's all going to happen. The Barclays Center in the heart of Brooklyn will take you inside the venue as Thurman, Lopez, and the rest of tomorrow's fighters hit the scale. That is
we can't show these commercials. I forgot they have commercials on here. Here, let's pause it until the commercials are over and talk. So this is live, but they're going to play commercials, and then we got to, you know, like fast forward and everything, you know, to the weigh-in. But For some reason, when I have my phone near my microphone, it causes like feedback. I was noticing that yesterday, so I got to remember to keep my phone away from my microphone. But the fight is tomorrow, PBC on Fox, 8 p.m. Obviously, it's going to be one of those cards that ends early because over here in the States, for example, on the East Coast, the 10 o'clock news has got to come on. But in this case, it's going to come on like 10:30. So basically, this card is going to end earlier than, you know, like a Showtime card. Now, it's going to end earlier than that. So tomorrow's big fights are obviously this card with Jared Washington and Adam Kownacki. And then Keith Thurman's return after 23 months versus Josesito Lopez. Also on the zone, you're going to have Jaime Munguia versus Takeshi Inoue, who's not related to Naoya Inoue. Right? Japanese monster phenom. So, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And, you know, I do feel, is it safe to say we have the best presentation on YouTube? We may not have the best views, yeah, because people keep trying to get us shut down and shit. But we work hard to make sure that we don't have to be at these events, that we've bypassed the middleman to bring you press conferences, media workouts. Also, the stream is on break. It's going to be commercials. Y'all want to watch motherfucking commercials, motherfuckers? Y'all want to watch commercials? Huh? Y'all want to watch commercials? Is that what y'all want to do? Watch commercials? We can because it's not fair use. So I got to run my mouth every time a commercial break comes on. See, they still on commercial. So just shut up and listen or get out. I'm sick of you. You make me sick. But yeah, Tuesday, Eddie Hearn is coming to Philly. I'm going to be at the, I'm going to try to get like a whole half an hour with him. I'm going to try to get a whole half an hour. No, you get out. You don't tell me no. So, like I said, I can't play commercials. You dig me? So we got to just like, you know, kind of like make sure we check back. Commercial breaks are like 3 minutes long. Let's see if they back. See, y'all want to watch this shit, you freaks? No, get out of here, Dawad, you freak. No, we're not watching that. Here, in fact, y'all read this to catch up on some laws before the commercial break ends. Y'all some perverted. The ladies call y'all. Oh wait. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Hold up. It's loading up. It's loading up.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, for the official weigh-in as Premier Boxing Champions presents our big night of action, Fox PBC Fight Night, and it's all brought to you by Brooklyn Boxing and sponsored by MGM Resorts. Well, fans, before we bring our fighters onto the stage to weigh in our main card for tomorrow, we would like to extend a very special welcome to a very special guest joining us this afternoon and assisting with our weigh-in. He's one of the greats of the sport, three-time world champion.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. We got to mute you. I fucks with you heavy, but we got to mute him. Also, listen, if you guys don't know, this fucking Fox Sports Go app is amazing. This is what I'm watching. I have Xfinity. Oh, Winky. He's slow and shit on Fight Night Champ, but this app is amazing. So if you have Fox Sports, you have Fox Sports Go. Just like people, I was surprised people didn't know that if you had Showtime, that you have Showtime anytime. Like, y'all got to get y'all shit together, man.
Mongolia, now fighting out of Los Angeles. He is ranked the WBC #7 contender. Please welcome the 2012 Olympics.
We're going to talk about the Eddie Hearn interview in a minute.
Introducing Tukstog Nayambayar.
Yeah, you just got to get the law. Whoever pays the bill, you just got to get the login code from them.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale his opponent. He is ranked #3 by the WBC with a record of 23-2 with 17 knockouts from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic.
Hell yeah.
Claudia Matadero.
Listen, the Showtime Anytime app, it's live Showtime. It's clear as fuck, too.
And now we're ready to bring our fighters to the scale. This bout is a featured bout. WBC Featherweight World Title Eliminator. Weight limit on this fight, 126 pounds. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite to the scale the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, the undefeated contender from Mongolia, Takeshi.
I got to pay attention to this guy. I got to do some research. I've seen him fight before. I don't know where.
125.5 pounds, 125.5 for Takeshi. And now to the scale, his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the number 3 ranked featherweight from the Dominican Republic, Claudia Matadero.
Yeah, this is televised, so I'm going to cover this. So I got to watch some fights on them later on. I don't know where I've seen these two before at, though. No, hell no, it's not free.
125.5 pounds for Claudia Matadero.
The Showtime app is not free.
125.5 pounds.
KOD be on some crazy shit sometimes. Don't listen to him. He used to be a moderator, but he abused the powers in HR. People kept calling HR about him. He's working his way back up. Look at Winky. Winky still look good. No homo.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It opens up our night. Fox BBC Fight Night, 12 rounds of action. WBC Featherweight World Title Eliminator, Claudia Matadero versus Takeshi.
Well, they had to spread them out on different networks because there's too many fighters, and Showtime didn't have the budget to broadcast all those fighters. So now Showtime and Fox, even though they're two different companies, they're working together with these fighters. So you can see the Charlos fight on Fox and Showtime and vice versa, all the different fighters and everything.
Well, fans, from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, we continue with our official weigh-ins. This time we move to our featured attraction. Heavyweights in the ring, 10 rounds of boxing schedule.
Oh shit, we getting damn.
Stage, ladies and gentlemen, please
we moving fast. This is the co-main event.
12 knockouts. He's a former world title challenger. Please welcome El Gallo Negro Gerald Washington. And now to the stage, we invite a fighter with 14 knockouts in his 18 wins.
No, NBC is out of boxing.
Brooklyn, New York, by way of Wamja,
Main Events tried to get back on NBC, but didn't work out.
Babyface Adam Kownacki.
Remember, ESPN Top Rank has that ABC option. They have options to put fights on free TV ABC. They're going to use it one day. We don't know when.
Bring our fighters to the scale at this time. Once again, 10 rounds of boxing, heavyweight division. First to the scale, please welcome the former heavyweight world title challenger, El Gallo Negro Gerald Washington.
Let's see how much Kownacki weighs in that. He's looking pretty lighter than he usually weighed in.
£243.25 pounds, 243.25 pounds for Gerald Washington. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the babyface, ranked the IBF number 5, heavyweight number 8 in the world by the WBC, the undefeated, hard-hitting and entertaining babyface Adam
Kownacki. Martin was a hell of a fight. That was a crazy-ass fight.
258.5 pounds, 258.5 pounds for Adam Kownacki.
Can somebody go to the Zone's Twitter and see if the Munguia weigh-in started yet? Because we're flying through this one. We're flying through this one. Y'all some fat shaming bitches.
and gentlemen, Kownacki versus Washington, our heavyweight co-featured bout of the evening, tomorrow night on Fox. Ladies and gentlemen, from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, Premier Boxing Champions is ready to present the official weigh-in for our World Championship main event of the evening, brought to you by Brooklyn Boxing, sponsored by MGM Resorts. At this time, please welcome to the stage. He is ranked the WBC, WBA #7 contender. He's the challenger and former world title challenger from Riverside. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josesito Lopez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, we welcome the defending world champion. Undefeated in his campaign, 28 wins, no losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith "One-Time" Thurman. And the fighters are ready.
Ponytail.
To the scale, we begin with the challenger. Once again, #7 ranked WBA welterweight contender. He'll be making his second attempt at a world title. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josesito Lopez. £146.5 for Josesito Lopez, 146.5 pounds. And tomorrow night he'll be making his long-awaited return to the ring. Please welcome to the scale at this time, once again, the undefeated, reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith "One-Time" Thurman. £146.5 for the defending champion. $146.5 for Keith.
Josesito, you done. Josesito. They are working together. The Leo Santa Cruz fight. Ah, shit, that's not Showtime, though. Lopez got grapefruits under his arms.
Gentlemen facing each other for the final time before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds for the WBA welterweight championship of the world. Keith,
don't turn away, Keith.
Thurman,
damn.
Josesito Lopez tomorrow night on Fox.
Oh, he got some iceberg sweats. I ain't seen iceberg. Oh, she walked right up on him.
I've seen you coming into a fight. Where do you think that confidence is coming from?
In the preparation, that's where it comes. I got a great team with Robert Garcia, and I've prepared at a championship level, and I'm ready to go.
Final words to Keith Thurman.
Where the hell did he get those sweats from?
Night. No matter what happens tomorrow night, it's going to be a fight you don't want to miss.
All right, on that note, let's take it over.
They look like they're from the 1998 for the 2000.
They say you can tell a lot from looking.
Oh, and he got the shirt.
Josesito Lopez's eyes just now. What did you see?
I saw a ready fighter, man. We're gonna have a good fight. You know, he looked game, but his eyes are in his hands, baby. You know, he's gonna get hit tomorrow night. Believe that.
All right, there you have it. Thank you so much, Keith. Hey, guys, back to you in LA.
Heidi, thank you very much. Let's check in, see what you guys made of what you've just seen. Asking Josesito Lopez what was going to happen tomorrow. He said, no matter
thank you, Al Heyman.
Exactly
y'all want to watch the rest of this? Yeah, let's ride it out.
I mean, both fighters are confident. Thurman seems real confident. I guess he sees something.
It's 10 minutes left.
He poses no threat to Thurman, so he looks like he's ready. Both fighters came on the stage ready to weigh in with no clothes on, so it's the first time I've seen that.
I liked what I saw. I liked the confidence in both guys. I like Josesito, man. He's not. Just looking at him, he doesn't feel like the opponent. He's coming in to win, and Keith Thurman is very confident. Great. Should make for a good fight, or a great fight, I should say.
Absolutely, it's a big one coming up on Fox.
Yeah, they didn't get us yesterday. We let it play through yesterday.
To the ring on Saturday night on Fox. These fighters will make the walk first on FS1 tomorrow at 6 Eastern. A junior lightweight clash between undefeated Chris Colbert and Josh Hernandez highlight the 3-fight prelims on FS1. Then at 8 Eastern, it's the main card on Fox. Then once Thurman against Lopez is over, you can head back over to FS1 for our exclusive post-fight show. Coming up next, we're going to take you through Keith Thurman's battle through injuries and his highly anticipated return. You're watching the Fox.
Well, don't get me wrong. Oh shit, we got a pause commercial. But we got to we can't play commercials. But how it works is, oh no, they are definitely watching my shit. They definitely watching my shit. But the good thing is, Showtime, they're not messing with me like they was before. You know, but you know, basically they let me keep my post-fight videos, but they monetize the post-fight press conferences. So basically we can show all that stuff, but we're not going to never make no money off of it, which is cool. I'm cool with that. As long as they don't take my post-fight videos, I'm cool. You know? But in regards to this, I don't like how Top Rank puts their press conferences behind a paywall. Yeah, well, thank you, Al Heyman. Yeah, thank you, Al Heyman. You know, put it this way. Somebody's watching. I know for sure because, you know, like we're the only ones doing this type of stuff. And I found like, I'm not going to say loopholes. Well, they are loopholes. You know, but we're not trying to motherfucking be on no flea shit. Wait, let's make sure the commercial break not over yet. Because we can't show commercials.
Next, we're going to take you through Keith Thurman's battle through
early with direct deposit.
Yeah, we got to wait for the commercial break to be over.
So even when she grows up.
Damn it.
What is next then is the...
Yeah, let me just stop right there. Wait for the commercial break to be over. Here, let's give Kate a better looking thumbnail. There you go, Kate. All right. But no, I met Sam Watson. He was the one. If you saw the stream with the motherfucking Charlos and shit was on that nut ass shit, you know, he was trying to talk, but I was pissed. I was trying to get the hell out of there. No, I don't like how ESPN press conferences and media events should not be behind a paywall. That makes no sense. Press conferences are to give like ticket information and to sell the event, correct? They're not even putting them on YouTube, yo. It doesn't make any sense. Press conferences should be free everywhere. That's how they do it for like news and shit. They put them shits everywhere. It's weird. You know, I don't know what their business model is, but remind me in another minute to check and make sure this commercial break is over. So let me run my mouth. Yeah, let me go full screen. I'm in the camera. But as you can see, we're getting back on track. So I counted earlier. I'm going to chop this up. So what we're going to do is let me check and see what time the Jaime Munguia weigh-in starts. Hold on, let me check right now. Give me 1 minute. Waiting on Terrell. Works for us. We'll be like, hopefully. Hold on, I have to take this email. Hold on. Wait, remind me, commercial break. It might be over. Okay, it's over. I'll be back. I'm going to rewind like 30 seconds to where the commercial break. So, this is the Fox Sports Go app. You have the Fox Sports Go app if you have Fox Sports. You just got to get whoever has the login to the shit. And all right, man, I heard you, man. I told you. I'm rewinding back for you guys. Relax. So where the commercial break ended. Oh, that was a commercial. Nope. Who's this chick? I don't want to see that show. Oh, damn it. I pushed the wrong button. Oh.
I have to get reacclimated first.
Oh, man. All right, give me some time, guys. Fucked it up.
I honestly thought you were guilty.
Is it Alec McBeal? Is that Alec McBeal?
Welcome back to the Fox. 92 days since Keith Thurman last made the walk. Here's why one time was out of commission for just so long. February 2016, it was a car accident that postponed his bout with Sean Porter. In May 2017, the champ underwent elbow surgery after his win over Danny Garcia. In 2018, Thurman was forced out of a potential bout in May with a hand injury. And then in April of last year, he finally relinquished his WBC title because of that extended layoff. Ray, how much of a factor will ring rust be for him tomorrow night in this fight on Fox?
Look, I was off at one time for 9 months. And again, it took me a couple rounds to get going, and I'm a guy who starts fast. So 2 rounds, 2 years off, yeah, it's gonna affect him. There's no dispute. No matter how much the gym work you have, and I'm sure he's been in the gym for a long time, it's nothing like an actual fight. So he's gonna have to get reacclimated first couple rounds, and that's when Josesito should jump right on him. If I was his trainer, I would tell him jump on him, make it a dog fight right from the jump. And to me, that's his best chance.
You know, after 2 years being out the ring, I think maybe his body might be well rested, and I think he had a great camp. I believe he had a great camp, so I don't think it's gonna affect him that much. It might take him a round or two to get into the fight and warm up a little bit and get his vision right. But after that, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Do you
Danny's
think
gotten
his
better.
susceptibility to injuries
And remember, this
might
is
just
live.
play on his mind a bit in this fight, and how much do you think he'll push it?
Well, I don't think, I think once as a fighter you get in there, you leave all that in the back. You know, you can't be concerned about things like that at the moment. If they happen, it happens. But, you know, you're only focused on what's in front of you, and that's the opponent throwing punches back at you.
It might be in the back of his head, because I broke my hand before, and it took me about 6 months after that to really throw my right hand.
There's only about 3 minutes left of this.
So the injury might be, like, if I throw right hand, is my elbow going to get hurt again?
Just have that confidence.
Yeah,
in
maybe
your
it's in
body
his
again.
head, but as soon as you're warmed up, you don't feel the injuries anymore. So, but I believe it's in his head a little bit.
All right, well, we're going to find out tomorrow night, aren't we, on Fox, if the 2019 version of Keith Thurman is just as good as the 2017 version. Coming up next, we're going to break down his opponent, Josesito Lopez, as the Fox PBC weigh-in continues.
Oh, shit, how long is this? Well, we got to pause right here till the commercials are over once again. So what's up with y'all? Who do you have winning? You know, a lot of people are wondering if Keith Thurman is a broken fighter, including myself. Obviously, I've been doing the videos. You know, I've been doing the videos wondering if he's a broken fighter. You know, because, like, luckily, for some reason, did you know that Keith Thurman is the only fighter that I've interviewed? I've interviewed him 7 times, 7 different occasions. Also, I've noticed through the media call, I was at the first press conference. The first press conference for Thurman versus Lopez, it was at the Charlos fight, PBC on Fox. It was before the event started. So I was at that press conference, and I'm talking to him, and everybody's talking to him, and he's just constantly talking about the injuries. He's constantly talking about the injuries. So a lot of people were saying, you know, including you guys in the chat, and that's one of the reasons why I like to leave the chat up on the screen, so people can see what people are really, like the real fans, are talking about. People think that he's, you know, like that he broken, that he mentally broken, that he's scared he gonna get hurt again. So when it comes to tomorrow, can you judge him if he goes rounds? Like, can you judge him if he doesn't knock out Josesito Lopez? Remember, Lopez was stopped by Berto controversially. And stopped by he was stopped by Maidana, right? In a fight where I didn't feel that he was fully acclimated to 147. And then Canelo, he was way too fucking small for Canelo. So I can't say that he's a fighter that doesn't have a chin. And he was beating Berto on the cards, by the way. This is what you should do this weekend. Well, before tomorrow. Go, in fact, I'm going to show you where it's at. You can find it. No, I can't do it. They're going to be mad at me. Go on Google and find Berto versus Lopez and tell me if that was an early stoppage or not, or controversial stoppage. Oh shit, commercial break. That's what, man. That's what it let me know the commercial break was over. We can't show commercials. That's not, you know, fair use. So this is a live event, but we can't show commercials. The commercials from the event. No, we can't show that. Damn it. All right, we can show this.
Rivals collide as Georgetown takes on St. John's. Then Seton Hall looks to
here we be back.
Number 18, Villanova. It all starts Sunday at 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Well, we are just a day away from fight night now, when Barclays Center will fill with PBC fans there to see an undefeated champion return.
I was supposed to go there. I mean, I really didn't want to go. I really did not want to go out there.
Watch tomorrow. Tune into FS1 at 6 Eastern.
Some people think he's broken. I like Keith Thurman. I don't want him to be broken.
Chris Colbert against Chicago's Josh Hernandez. Then at 8, you can head over to Fox for 3 more bouts, including the headliner between Keith Thurman and Josesito Lopez. It's a great night of action lined up for you. Welcome back. Let's talk about the challenger Lopez for a minute. He is nicknamed Riverside Rocky because of just how gritty he is. He really relishes that underdog role. How can he make that translate into success tomorrow, do you think?
Well, just by the nickname himself.
Patrick, you're a sodomite.
Think that you envision a guy who comes throwing punches from all different angles, action-packed guy, high volume puncher. And that's what Josesito Lopez has to be to defeat Keith Thurman.
He has to go in there with the winner's mindset. He has to let it all. He has to be motivated. He has to be hungry.
Yeah, this channel was supposed to have been shut down a long time ago.
A smart fight, work behind the jab. And I think the key is to punch when Thurman punches, and hopefully he can land one in there.
He said, the most important thing in my game plan is for me to dictate the pace. Is that what you see he needs to do?
Absolutely. Ring generalship. Control the center ring. Push.
That's good,
Thurman
Patrick.
Back, make him go the way you want him to go. And keep banging that body and tapping him all the time. Putting your hands on him all the time.
All right, well, we're looking forward to this one. That's it for us from Ray, Danny, Heidi, and I. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, it is only half an hour.
For the prelims at 6 Eastern and the main card on Fox at 8. Don't miss a thing.
Well, see, here's the thing. Well, with me, I've sent some emails. Okay, I can't tell you who has been in my DMs and who we've been, emailing and talking to. But I've been basically saying, like, yo, y'all need somebody that's not in like a suit and tie, somebody that's going to tell her how it is and able to be like a non-filter, Look at all the Fortnite kids and shit. I want them to be boxing fans. We're moving. Don't you know, if I was on Twitch doing this type of shit, Twitch would not fuck with me. But on YouTube, they're behind a little bit. So this is what we're going to do, guys. Since we have so much time left, we have so much time. We have a whole hour and 10 minutes. We have to watch the Munguia Inoue weigh-in. Hasn't started yet. Fuck it. Let's go check right now. We're going to check live here on stream. Let's go check. Let's go see. It got to be starting soon. What is this? Ooh! Guess what? Hey, guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Ooh, I got a secret for you. Guess what? How long is this? Oh, it's 23 minutes. We can't watch all 23 minutes. I'm not going to play this guy. I'm not going to play this for you. I can play it for you because we have a very, very good relationship with the DAZN. This is an exclusive Anthony Joshua interview right here. It's new content. But y'all not subscribed to the DAZN. Listen, I can play it. I'm going to mute it. I'm going to leave it muted to tease y'all. I'm going to leave it muted to tease y'all. Where AJ at? AJ, where you at? You on here somewhere, AJ. Why did they use AJ as a thumbnail? Oh, they got, ooh. What are y'all talking about? Hey, man, what is this shit?
Just dream of becoming a...
Oh, this is a show. Some old preview show. I've never seen this before. Total Combat 207. Who will AJ fight next? This is like one of my shows. This is one of my. This is I never seen this before.
After the break, Bobby Jack gets no favors. And when heavyweights aren't.
Who will challenge me? Who will challenge my?
You're not signed to the Zone though. It's a preview highlight show. This is I haven't been signing into the Zone like that. I have 3 accounts with them. 3. All right, let's watch it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's see what AJ has to say. Let's see what AJ. The WBSS fights are happening in the World Boxing Super Series in April, May, and June, I believe.
Speaking of challenging for belts, Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez has locked in his Cinco de Mayo fight against IBF middleweight champ Danny Jacobs.
159.8.
Canelo's last fight was up a division, a 3-round cakewalk against Rocky Fielding, but it appears his future is at middleweight for the time being, which is good news for fans holding out for a 3rd go-round with Gennady Golovkin. That match should be determined by which promoter Golovkin signs with. Now his...
Oh, by the way, guys, go to roundforroundboxing.com. There's a new boxing game in the works. Oh my God, I can't even put into words how much we're doing. I'm doing way too much shit. But I've been playing this guy. I know his real name, but I'm not gonna put it. He goes by. I'm not gonna say it. But the guy who's creating the game, he like some gaming genius and shit, and he be using Game Genie codes to try to beat you on Fight Night. And 2K too. He be playing 2K and he be trying to use. But anyway, he's a friend of mine, and there's a boxing game coming out very soon. But let's finish watching a little bit more of this because I'm interested. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet.
HBO has expired. Canelo's promoter DAZN are reportedly keen to lock Triple G in, which would make the rematch a near certainty. Of course, this all hinges on Alvarez getting past Danny Jacobs, who went 12 close rounds with Triple G and is widely considered the 3rd best middleweight on the planet. And English heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua's plans have been...
Do you see? So remember, I'm doing a live stream right now while this is playing on a streaming service. So, you know, people have been saying that they've been having issues with the Zone and, you know, at home and everything. It's not the app, it's your internet. You got to get better internet. You got shitty internet. You got to get better internet, guys. I've never had not one issue with the Zone. Well, the only issue I have is I have a lot of smart TVs in my crib. So what happens is, for some reason, every month they always make me have to sign in. And I got so many different Zone. I have 3 different the Zone accounts. Is that it pisses me off. You know, they got to add, you know how some apps, they'll say, well, go to this link and shit, and then put in this little code to sign in. They need to do that. I'm sick and tired of having to put my fucking email in, having to put the password that I always forget. I'm sick and tired of it, the Zone. I'm tired of it. But besides that, the app is flawless. Y'all just be on some weirdo shit, and y'all don't have good internet.
Thrown for an even bigger loop than anticipated by the surge of interest in Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's potential rematch. Last year, AJ booked Wembley for April 13th, specifically for the fight with WBC champ Wilder. But Wilder's recent draw with Fury bumped him from the top of the list, and the unified champ is having difficulty finding an opponent. With the top 3 choices of Wilder, Fury, and Dylan White looking elsewhere, AJ's promoter Eddie Hearn has now begun to float the idea of scrapping them.
We're going to be talking to Eddie Hearn on Tuesday. I'm trying to go for, see, he a cool dude, but now he's in my city. So I'm going to do my best to make sure we get like a fucking 20 minutes to a half an hour interview, because I'm going to pick his brain, guys. I think we should do it live. You think we should do a live stream? But like, you know, we're here with Eddie Hearn live here at, I can't give you the venue of the press conference, but I got to do it. They're in Philly. Him, Katie Taylor, fucking the Cougs is probably Coogan, the Cougs, The Cougs is probably going to be here. See, I think if I do a live stream, it's going to make my balls bigger because you guys are watching. Now, I already got real big balls, real big scrotum, as you can see from my interviews. But I think that if I do a live stream, but at the same time, it's kind of unprofessional because I don't like talking to people. For example, every interview I ever had, I usually talk to them before I do the interview. I'm not one of them Eli Seckback motherfuckers that just want to run up on you with a camera in your face. I don't like that shit. I'm not fucking paparazzi. It's going to be against my morals, though. You know, if I do a live stream, it will be against my morals because it's kind of like I'm creeping up on him. You know, I don't like doing weirdo shit like that. Everybody you ever see me interview before, I always talk to them before I start interviewing, even Oscar De La Hoya when I interviewed him. Because he was fucking drunk as shit. He got booked like I think it was like 2 nights before or something. But it didn't come out on TMZ until like 2 days later. When I had talked to him about Billy Joe Saunders, I remember I was interviewing him and I was wondering why Eric Gomez was in back of me. This was at the Johan Gym here in Philly. And I was wondering why Eric Gomez was looking like hard as shit. Like, and I'm looking him up and down. But he had like his body language like it was weird. I didn't realize it until when the story came out on TMZ like 4 days later. I was like, oh motherfucker, you was booked last night or like 2 days ago. Oh, I got to ask him about the fake exclusive. I got to talk to him about Con Crawford. Remember, he wasn't at the press conference. The first one in London. He sent Frank Smith. He's the second in command. But anyway, let's get back to this. We're going to watch a little bit of this because I'm not going to disrespect the DAZN. We have a very good relationship with them. So y'all motherfuckers got to buy the DAZN. This shit is fucking free. Well, it's going to be $9.99 after the first month. But it's free for now. You can motherfucking, you know, go get a fucking burner card or some shit and put it on there. Yeah, he gave me, he said that Khan Brook was done for March. This was at the very end of the Danny Jacobs versus Sergey Derevianchenko post-fight press conference. That was the last, no, I went to 2 fights last, I went to the last HBO Championship boxing card. I was literally at the last HBO Championship boxing card. That was Jacobs versus Derevianchenko, October the 27th of 2018. At the very end of the post-fight press conference, put it this way, I've always heard, you know, that he watches my videos, but I never knew. So he gave me like this little fucking 30-second exclusive because it like in New York, at the end of a post-fight press conference, you want to get the fuck out of there. Like the freaks come out at night in New York. So me at the same time, this was an HBO card, so that shit wasn't over until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I remember having a drive from New York, that's like 2.5 hours. Well, 2 hours at nighttime. Hour 45 minutes if you're doing like motherfucking 90. So I was digging where he was coming from. He was trying to get home because he's from the UK. So long story short, on the way out, I was like, you know, Eddie, can we talk for a minute? He was like, oh, you know, well, I'm going to show you the video. Where's it at? Let me see. Converse. Let me show y'all. Where's it at? Did I lose it? Oh, hold up. This is when I first talked to him when he was talking about the DAZN. Where's it at? It's around somewhere. Oh, right here. So it's short, but I was leaving. Eddie, can you give us some thoughts on Kell Brook real quick? He's coming back December the 8th, right?
He'll be back, and then he's going to fight Amir Khan in March. That's an exclusive.
Oh, thanks, bro. Look, he lied to me, y'all. He lied to me. Some thoughts on Kell Brook real quick. He's coming back December the 8th, right?
He'll be back, and then he's going to fight Amir Khan in March. That's an exclusive.
And then look, he tried to get out of Dodge. Oh, thanks, bro. He tried to get out of Dodge. Look, he gave me that fake ass exclusive.
Eddie, can you give us some thoughts on Kell Brook real quick? He's coming back December 8th, right?
He'll be back, and then he's going to fight Amir Khan in March. That's an exclusive.
Ooh. He said it was an exclusive, but it was some guy next to me. He was like, "Ooh," he had a little orgasm. Hold on, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down for you guys. Eddie, you let me down, bro. I'm gonna see you on Tuesday.
Eddie, can you give us some thoughts on Kell Brook real quick? He's coming back December 8th, right? Be back, and then he's gonna fight Amir Khan in March.
We got you, Eddie. We got you. We got look at those job talking lips. You know how you try to fast talk you. We got you, Eddie. We got you.
Be back, and then he's gonna fight Amir Khan in March. That's exclusive. Thanks, bro. Gonna fight Amir Khan in March. That's exclusive.
Look, and then look. He pointed at me. He pointed at me, and I was like, "Oh, ooh, thanks, bro." Look. We're gonna hold him to it. We're gonna hold him to it. All right, this is the last time. This is the last time. This is the last time. All right, this is the last time. 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 All right, this is the last time. This is the last time.
Eddie, can you give us some thoughts on Kell Brook real quick? He's coming back December 8th, right? Be back, and then he's gonna fight Amir Khan in March. That's exclusive.
Look.
Thanks, bro.
And look at Danny Jacobs' trainer, Dominic and Andre Rozier. Look, he heard the news. He's ecstatic. Look at him. Look. So look, watch him. Now don't watch Eddie, but watch Rozier. He's like so happy to hear the news. He's like, finally. Khan is not gonna duck Brook. Finally.
Kell Brook real quick. He's coming back December 8th, right? Be back, and then he's gonna fight Amir Khan in March.
Hey, why is he getting all touchy-feely over there? Look, he pointed at me. Look, he pointed at me. Look. So what I should do, I should go to motherfucking Kinko's, right? I should go to Kinko's. And I should have this printed out, and I should like get it put on like a motherfucking shirt or a hoodie, and then be like, you told me, sir, that it was an exclusive, and you said it was done. Mr. Hearn, you have to answer for this. You got to answer for that, right? He pointed at me. Look at his red London ET finger. Yeah, I didn't peep the shirt. But anyway, let's talk. What you want to talk about? We got some time. Oh, man. We actually have to go back and watch the Thurman weigh-in. Do you know we've been suspended from YouTube for like 37 days now? No, 36. Correction. So, I'm hoping, well, this is what we're going to do. Let's go back and watch the Thurman weigh-in so we can do our final predictions on Thurman versus Lopez. Let's go back. I hope that's not my trash can blowing down the street. Whatever. The hell is this? Is that Michelle Beadle? That's kind of a freak name. His name is King Tug. Would you be tugging on? No? I'm interested in this fight. Gerald Washington, did you know he didn't become, it says he didn't become pro until he was 30? Let me see how old he is. I got to check my cameras. I feel I hear some shit blowing down the street. And I pray that it's not my other trash can. I already had one blow to fucking oblivion. Hold on, I'm checking. Oh, well, let's play the weigh-ins. I'll be back. Yeah, let's start over, play the weigh-ins. I'll be right back. Commercial.
Brooklyn and our Master of Ceremonies, Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the start of today's Fox PBC weigh-in, Thurman against Lopez.
Between this Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, for the official weigh-in as Premier Boxing Champions presents our big night of action, Fox PBC Fight Night, and it's all brought to you by Brooklyn Boxing and sponsored by MGM Resorts. Well, fans, before we bring our fighters onto the stage to weigh in our main card for tomorrow, we would like to extend a very special welcome to a very special guest joining us this afternoon and assisting with our weigh-in. He's one of the greats of the sport, three-time world champion, a former 154-pound unified champion of the world. Please welcome International Boxing Hall of Famer, Ronald Winky Wright. Well, fans, it's time to bring our fighters out onto the stage at this time. First, we invite for our world title eliminator, joining us with a record of 10 wins, no losses, 9 wins, coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Mongolia, now fighting out of Los Angeles, he is ranked the WBC #7 contender. Please welcome the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, introducing Tugstog Nyambayar.
Yo, let me pause this. Hey, guys, listen. We got a 2-hour show. And usually, you know how I am. I start motherfucking running my mouth and shit. And, like, time goes by. And before I know it, we have, like, a motherfucking 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour stream. But, like, we have a lot of time left. What are we going to do? Let me see if the, when the Munguia weigh-in starts. My God, I want to end this stream, man. But I can't. We got motherfucking 40 minutes left. We got 40 minutes left. Hold up. Let me see when the Munguia weigh-in starts. But oh my God. Oh, damn. We got so much time left. I got to check my phone with my emails to, I believe it starts, if I could see, it's they're in Texas, so it's Central Time. I believe it starts at 3 o'clock my time, which is, oh, damn it. We're going to be here all motherfucking night. Fucking around with y'all. We're going to be here all night. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to fix this. We're going to get the Munguia weigh-in going, and we're going to talk about some Thurman versus Lopez. Also, we have some other topics we have to talk about in regards to boxing. A lot of shit going on. I'll be back. I'm going to be watching this guy's fights, by the way. 10-0, 9 KOs, King Tug. Not Tut, Tug. And I wonder why they call, oh, his name is Tug. Tux. Some Tug. Tuxengot. Tuxengot. Yeah, we'll let them say it. Here, let's see what he said. That's how he said it.
Coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Mongolia, now fighting out of Los Angeles. He is ranked the WBC #7 contender. Please welcome the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, introducing Tukstok Nyambayar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale his opponent. He is ranked #3 by the WBC with a record of 23-2 with 17 knockouts from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, introducing Claudia Matadero. And now we're ready to bring our fighters to the scale. This bout is a featured bout. WBC featherweight world title eliminator. Weight limit on this fight, 126 pounds. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite to the scale the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, the undefeated contender from Mongolia, Tukstok Nyambayar. 125.5.
Mike was off, my bad. What's wrong with ITV4 boxing? I'm going to check it out. I have ITV4. I have a VPN that allows me to access ITV4, but I haven't watched the broadcast yet. Is it the commentary or is it the somebody said it was the commercial breaks that are like messing it up?
Pounds, 125.5 for Tukstok Nyambayar. And now to the scale, his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the #3 ranked featherweight from the Dominican Republic, Claudia Matadero. £125.5 for Claudia Matadero, 125.
Program ended for what in the 8th round? For what? Is that accurate? Program ended for what? That's some big shit. Because with free TV, sometimes there's shows that have bigger obligations. So what came on after? What ended in the 8th round? Oh, you got to answer that. But I'm not stopping the weigh-in no more. But you gotta explain that in detail. Because if ITV, okay, basically, over in the UK, Haymon fights are going to be exclusively on ITV. Not on Sky Sports, not on Box Nation, not on BT Sports, ITV. So what they're doing is Haymon is putting his fighters, and basically I believe that he may be using Poxin Sports, who promotes Chris Eubank Jr. as his company, like he uses TGB, DeBella Entertainment, Schaefer, Warriors Boxings, all of that. So he's really putting his foot down in the UK, and ITV has Haymon boxers. So to make things simple, Haymon boxers are on ITV exclusively. From Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, all those guys. It's supposed to be Yop. Spence Mikey's supposed to Yop. See, we don't know right now. Packer bro. Wow. Are you sure? Did it really cut in the 8th round? Let's let this play through first, because this weigh-in is short. They're going to roll right into Lopez versus, not Lopez, Kownacki versus Washington. And then Thurman versus Lopez. Well, I think Poxin now belongs to Al Haymon. I'm dead serious. No bullshit. We're going to talk about it, though. You know how he uses, like, promoters to, like, put it this way. I think Poxin now belongs to Al Haymon.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It opens up our night. Fox BBC Fight Night, 12 rounds of action. WBC Featherweight World Title Eliminator Claudia Matadero versus Tugstat Nyambayar. Tomorrow night on Fox. Well, fans, from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, we continue with our official weigh-ins. This time we move to our co-featured attraction, heavyweights in the ring, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. First to the stage, ladies and...
Know what happens with ESPN? And they have been getting better with it. Here's what I do with ESPN. You must, depending on what programming they have on before the fight, you must make sure you have on your DVR recorded ESPN News, ESPN Regular, and ESPN2, because they be switching channels and shit. And you also have to have your ESPN Plus app open. That pissed me off with Loma versus, I believe it was Loma versus Rigo or Loma first fight on ESPN. I was pissed. Like when I had to switch through all those fucking different ESPN channels. But now I know to make sure I record whatever's on those ESPN channels, even if it's fucking Little League women's fucking baseball. I record it because you never know when they might interrupt it with boxing.
Gentlemen, please welcome with a record of 19-2-1 with 12 knockouts. He's a former world title challenger. Please welcome El Gallo Negro Gerald Washington. And now to the stage, we invite a fighter with 14 knockouts in his 18 wins. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, by way of Łomża, Poland. Please welcome the undefeated babyface Adam Kownacki. And we're ready to bring our fighters to the scale at this time. Once again, 10 rounds of boxing, heavyweight division. First to the scale, please welcome the former heavyweight world title challenger, El Gallo Negro Gerald Washington. $243.25 pounds, 243.25 pounds for Gerald Washington. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the babyface, ranked the IBF #5, heavyweight #8 in the world by the WBC, the undefeated, hard-hitting and entertaining babyface Adam Kownacki. $258.5 pounds, 258.5 pounds for Adam Kownacki.
It would have been all over Twitter if that Pac versus Berto went out on ITV. This is the first time I'm hearing this, so that's why, you know, I can't take it seriously. It would have been all over social media if it had went out.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, Kownacki versus Washington, our heavyweight co-featured bout of the evening, tomorrow night on Fox. Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, Premier Boxing Champions is ready to present the official weigh-in for our World Championship main event of the evening, brought to you by Brooklyn Boxing, sponsored by MGM Resorts. At this time, please welcome to the stage. He is ranked the WBC, WBA #7 contender. He's the challenger and former world title challenger from Riverside. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josesito Lopez.
Came straight up in his draws on.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, we welcome the defending world champion. Undefeated in his campaign, 28 wins, no losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith "One-Time" Thurman.
I know what you did wrong, Fight News. You didn't record the programming after the broadcast. That's where you messed up at.
And our fighters are ready to step onto the scale. We begin with the challenger, once again, #7 ranked WBA welterweight contender. He'll be making his second attempt at a world title. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josesito Lopez. £146.5 for Josesito Lopez, 146.5 pounds. And tomorrow night he'll be making his long-awaited return to the ring. Please welcome to the scale at this time, once again, the undefeated, reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith "One-Time" Thurman.
It would have been nice if they did post weigh-in interviews with the fighters, right? That's the only thing they were missing from the broadcast.
146.5 pounds for the defending champion, 146.5 for Keith Thurman.
Here's a pro tip. For any free TV events, you want to always record whatever it is that comes on after the free TV event, because you never know if that event is going to run over. And for some reason, DVRs don't catch up like that, you know, to keep recording. So that's why I cut off. So even if it says paid programming or infomercials, record that shit too, because it might be a fight on there. I learned that a long time ago.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, facing each other for the final time before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds for the WBA welterweight championship of the world. Keith "One-Time" Thurman, Josesito Lopez, tomorrow night on Fox.
Chief the Barge.
Into a fight. Where do you think that confidence is coming from?
In the preparation, that's where it comes. I got a great team with Robert Garcia, and I prepared at a championship level, and I'm ready to go.
Final words to Keith Thurman?
We're going to do it tomorrow night. No matter what happens tomorrow night, it's going to be a fight you don't want to miss.
Pause.
On that note, let's take it over to the champ.
They did do post-fight interviews. What was I talking about?
You can tell a lot.
I was already talking about how he had the iceberg on.
When you looked into Josesito Lopez's eyes just now, what did you see?
I saw a ready fighter, man. We're gonna have a good fight. You know, he looked game, but his eyes are on his hands, baby. You know, he's gonna get hit tomorrow night. Believe that.
All right, there you have it. Thank you so much, Keith. Hey, guys, back to you and I.
Boo.
I saw a ready fighter, man. We're gonna.
I think Keith Thurman's going to win. I think he's going to go to the whole 12, though. I think that maybe Josesito Lopez is going to have some good spots, probably punch Keith in his stomach, have him moving around a little bit. Remember, Keith is, you know, he's not like immune, but one thing I like about him is that he's very open and honest about where he is in his career. Even though I'm not going to talk about it, but, you know, he's a controversial dude. His ratings are always good. He is a unified champion. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, back-to-back. And he's performed on the highest of levels, you know? Free TV, big fights he's had. Major ratings. He's the type of guy that he actually does drive a Prius, multimillionaire. But he's not a materialistic dude. You won't see him with a motherfucking Bentley and all that. He's got a nice-ass crib. You know, he plays motherfucking PS4 Street Fighter and shit. Regular dude. You know, there were some rumors that he went over to, you know, a foreign country and participated in some underground, you know, forbidden death matches. And he's still here. He survived, if the rumors are true. You know, he got married. You know, and the issue is now a lot of people are worried about or wondering about like where he is mentally up here in regards to the injuries that he sustained, because he constantly talks about them. For example, I've been injured. That shit fucks with you. But it means so much to him because he is a competitor. A lot of people are wondering, you know, does he still have that don't duck me son in him? Does he still have that, you know, eye of the tiger like he used to have? You know, wanting to fight everybody, no matter when or where. He relinquished his WBC title. He didn't get stripped. He was going to get stripped, or they were going to make him a champion in recess. He even talked about it. I have the interview on the channel where, you know, like he didn't want to hold, he didn't want to be one of them fighters. He don't get the respect that he deserves because he want to be one of them fighters that held up a belt. You know, so he said, all right, well, the WBC on my ass. I'm going to drop the belt, let Danny Garcia and Sean Porter fight for it. But he is the mandatory for Sean Porter. So whoever wins this, you know, is the mandatory for Sean Porter. If Sean Porter or whoever wins between Sean Porter and Yordenis Ugas. I thought about going to this fight, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't. So tomorrow, if you don't know, January the 26th, right now it is 2:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, January the 25th, 2019. Tomorrow on the 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the card is going to begin. The main event is going to be over about 10:30 or so p.m. Eastern Standard Time if it goes the distance. If it goes this distance, I'm not going to judge Keith Thurman because I know after damn near a 2-year layoff and the injuries that he's had, you know, he wants to get the rounds in, but also he may have something to prove, or he may want to prove something. He may want to go out there and say, I'm going to knock fucking motherfucking Josesito Lopez, the journeyman, out. Motherfucking Canelo had knocked him out. Berto, even though it was controversial. He knocked him out. Barclays Center had beat him up. But Lopez ain't no joke. Because when you look at the Canelo fight, Canelo was way too big for him. When you look at the Victor Ortiz fight, he broke his jaw. When you look at Mike Dallas was, if I'm correct, undefeated at the time, right? Jesse Vargas, split decision. Marcos Maidana, I don't feel that his body really had adjusted to 147 pounds. You know, there's so many different factors. You know? But for some reason, people just don't take like Thurman really, really seriously. They think like, oh, well, he's been on for all this time, and you know, his like Bobby, like his elbow. Bobby was talking about how his elbow was shattered. That it's like he's not the same fighter anymore. Will he land a big shot, and will Thurman be able to take it? Well, we know that, well, Thurman has often talked about how, like, he's not afraid to lose, and how that he has a high enough ring IQ to know when to take a knee and to know when to hold. He said these things. Then you know how you'll be watching a fighter get beat the fuck up, and you'll be thinking like, yo, hold, or take a knee. But he's been talking about vocally that he knows, like, if he, like he said, I remember when I was interviewing him, he's like, matter of fact, you know what? You want to see it? This is a perfect intermission right here. It's not even an intermission because it's only about let me pull up over here. He'd be like, what did he say? Some shit with his lisp? He's like, and if I was to get knocked out, don't you shed a tear. Some old shit. He was mad. He was irritable. So I didn't mean to rub him the wrong way. Pause, no homo. But you know, so he has a very, very high, like, ring IQ when it comes to shit like that. Oh, here it is right here. I think I said an irritable Thurman, heated. Is this it? This is it. Wait, is this it?
I promised myself if
this was the final press conference 2 days before he fought Danny Garcia.
Garcia buckles the way that Porter buckled, we have to close it out, you know. But I mean, I'm just tired of the fucking shit talk, man. Fuck y'all, what y'all want me to talk about?
So mind you, it's about 5 of us in this room. So my train didn't leave. This is at the Dream Hotel in downtown Manhattan. My train didn't leave for like another couple hours, so I had some free time, so I was lingering around. Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia was still there. So at this table, it was me and probably like 5 other media members. Literally, everybody else had left. It was me. It was Brandon Watson, Behind the Gloves, Ring TV, and I forgot the 2 other media outlets. But he was irritable as fuck. And I thought he was going to try to beat me up. But I was going, shoulder rolling. You know? Yes, I fight left-handed even though I'm right-handed.
You know, but I mean, I'm just tired of the fucking shit talk, man. Fuck y'all, what y'all want me to talk about? Don't y'all want to see the fight? You know what I'm saying? I'm here to fight. Because nothing matters except for the fight. You know? I mean, I can give you a prediction. The fight will end within 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever. But then if it doesn't happen, then what? You know, Keith Thurman don't know what he's talking about. Danny was way more of a challenge than he's like. Tired of all y'all reporting and all this other stuff, man. I'm a world-class fighter. No matter what happens, win, lose, draw, Keith Thurman's a world-class fighter. Every single time I step in the ring, I give you world-class fights. Okay? And I'm going to continue to do that to the day I retire. All right? But the thing is, I just have a new confidence, man. And some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. I talk about it a little. I don't talk about it a lot. But I'm spiritual. All right? And I've hit a certain place in my life now that I'm 28 years old. I've marinated in this world of boxing for a long time now. Okay? And I'm marinated in the world, and I'm grown as a man inside and outside of the ring. Okay? I do this for me. I don't do this for you. I do it for me. You help me because without you, there is no sport of boxing.
Y'all heard him, y'all? You heard him? He said without T Street. He said it's no sport of boxing. You heard him? You heard him? He said without me, there's no sport of boxing, y'all. So that's coming from the champ. The champ. But yeah, this was so remember, this was 2 days before his last fight. And that's why I'm saying it's relevant. He was pissed. He was pissed. Y'all want to listen to some more of this? He started getting heavy with it. Some of y'all probably seen it already. But this is one of the rare I have a lot of classic interviews. I'm not gonna say rare. I have some classic interviews where fighters be pissed. They be pissed at me, yo. They be pissed. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, do I have to hit him with a chair? Is he gonna try to beat me up? Because I can't fight him. He a world champion, he got 2 belts. So look at him, he like real hungry and shit. He hungry. So this was 2 days before his last, this was literally 2 days before his last fight, before he fought. All right, shut up. All right, I'm gonna shut up. So I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. So remember, before weigh-ins, you have to always remember, if fighters give controversial interviews or whatever, at the final press conference or before a weigh-in, if they're not a heavyweight, they're usually hungry. They're usually like they're deep in their weight cut. You feel me? Like deep in their weight cut. So with this one right here, the reason why I look at this as a classic interview for me, one of the best I've ever been a part of, is because this was 2 days before his fight, and it was literally only about 5 other media members in that room. And the chance that I was there was because my train didn't come. So I was like, I'm going to chill here for a minute. But all right, I'm going to play. 2 days. This was 2 days before his last fight.
I do it through confidence, man. And some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. I talk about it a little. I don't talk about it a lot. But I'm spiritual, all right? And I've hit a certain place in my life now that I'm 28 years old. I've marinated in this world of boxing for a long time now, okay? And I'm marinated in the world, and I'm grown as a man inside and outside of the ring, okay? I do this for me. I don't do this for you. I do it for me. You help me, because without you, there is no sport of boxing. It would just be reckless fighting. It would not be a career. I am grateful of the career that I have. I'm grateful.
No, listen, let me tell you. I was just telling my girl the other day. Like, I don't intentionally mean to piss these boxers off. It's just that I take you guys' opinion too highly sometimes, even though you guys are scumbags. So I know that if I go interview some fighter or some shit, and I be on some bitch shit, I do a live stream, they're going to be like, yeah, T-Street, you was on some bitch ass shit. You motherfucking was with motherfucker, you ain't say the real shit. You dig me? So when you really listen to my questions and all the interactions I've had with boxers, I don't be saying no fake shit, and I don't be trying to be disrespectful, but they're not used to media members telling them the real shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn. All right, let me play this so I can do some shit in the background. I'm running out of like fucking 5 gigs of memory. All right, let me play this.
The career that I've developed for myself, I strive for greatness each and every single time that I step into the ring. I have an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. My mama used to beat me, and my daddy used to beat me. Can you beat me? That's what I want to know. That's why I signed these contracts. I love the...
He ready to fight me, y'all. You hear him? He called me out. He called me out. So that's 3 boxers there that called me out.
Career that I've developed for myself, I strive for greatness each and every single time that I step into the ring. I have an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. My mama used to beat me, and my daddy used to beat me. Can you beat me? That's what I want to know. That's why I signed these contracts. I love the sport of boxing. This is a sport. I look forward to each and every fight. And now I finally hit a point in my career where I'm getting the fights that I want. They talk about Danny Garcia has a tremendous resume. A lot of people fought certain people that I never fought. Guess what? Those fighters didn't want to fight me. Floyd Mayweather never wanted to fight me. Do y'all forget that when his daddy wants to talk about I was a made champion, I was the interim title holder for Mayweather? They elevated Mayweather to elevate me, to put him in position to where he never had to talk about me. He didn't have to take Keith Thurman as a mandated opponent. He got to do whatever he wanted to do. He got to wear what we call the political crown. I'm not mad at him, man. I'm not mad at that scenario. It was a little frustrating having to deal with it, but that's what happens in the sport of boxing from time to time. And Mayweather has dominated the industry since he stepped on the scene. He was an Olympian, yada, yada, yada. He fought for that political position. So it's not...
So you got to think, I'm sitting there, right? And I'm wondering, like, what the fuck did I do wrong? I'm sitting there like, I mean, this is some good ass content. Oh, and by the way, I was hospitalized 2 days later. This is the reason why I couldn't go to the fight. I got approved for credentials the day of the fight because they was like, you know, basically they approved me because of this interview. Like crazy ass shit. But I was like, well, damn, what the fuck? So I'm thinking like, do I have to hit this little nigga with a chair or something? Like, is he going to beat me up? But ever since then, we've been cool. We've been cool. we've been cool. I swear, like, we've been cool. I've interviewed him 4 times after this. Keith Thurman is the only fighter, like, I've interviewed him the most out of everybody. Out of everybody.
Man, I'm not mad at that scenario. It was a little frustrating having to deal with it, but that's what happens in the sport of boxing from time to time. And Mayweather has dominated the industry since he stepped on the scene. He was an Olympian, yada, yada, yada. He fought for that political position. So it's not like it was undeserving, okay? It just was frustrating for one person because Danny fought Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi never wanted to fight me. I wanted to fight him at one point. He got beat by AB. We never talked about it ever again. Why? Because I was interested in fighting champions. I've always been interested in fighting champions, okay? I mean, I wanted to fight Sean Porter when he held the IBF before he fought Kell Brook. Kenny Porter had an article statement saying, we don't need to fight Keith Thurman right now. We can fight him when he gets his world title, and then we can fight each other for a unification bout. He loses his title, I get my title, and then we fight for my title. Do I say he needs to go back and get a title? No. It's a fight that I always wanted. It was a fight that I was happy to make happen. Saturday night is the same scenario. Happens to be in the same venue. So, I mean, like I said, man, I do this for me. I do it for the love of the sport. I do this because this is what I've always wanted to do as a child. I am successful. A loss does not take away my success. I am not fearful of losing. I'm not fearful of getting knocked out. I hold no fear.
So listen to this. Now, this was 2 days before Danny Garcia, so he's been on this shit. Like he's not afraid to lose.
For Jesus said, fear no man that wants to harm your flesh.
Look, my man quoted scripture. My man, what went wrong? Like, sometimes I swear I don't know what be going wrong with these interviews. Like, am I an asshole? No, honestly, do I have a bad media reputation? Tell me, I'm ready. Y'all can tell me. Do I have a bad media reputation? Do I ask fucked up questions? My mic is my phone. I got to keep my phone away from my mic. My bad. I was checking my phone. I have to keep my phone away from my mic. But do I have, like, you know, is it like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
I am successful. A loss does not take away my success. I am not fearful of losing. I'm not fearful of getting knocked out. I hold no fear. For Jesus said, fear no man that wants to harm your flesh. I am a warrior. I've always been a warrior, and I'm willing to die in that ring. I tell my family, if I was to die in that ring, don't you shed a tear.
My God.
You understand? Y'all don't fully get who Keith Thurman is. I'm somebody who loves to fight. But outside of the fight, this is a sport called boxing. Boxing also is an art. I told a person a long time ago, if you watch Floyd Mayweather, it's like watching a ballerina. It's finessing his way to victory each and every time. And everybody knows it's not easy to be a ballerina. Okay? It's not easy. So, you know, I mean, first off, a man has to wear little tights and stuff. That's a little demeaning, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, what they put their bodies through is strenuous. To be an elite athlete is strenuous, okay? But I have a love for the sport. This is my life, man, and I love it each and every step of the way. I love the history of boxing. I've loved the history of boxing for a long time. I'm a huge fan of the history in the welterweight division, and it is my time right now, Saturday night, to leave my mark and to be a part of that tremendous history in the sport of boxing today.
Okay, I got a short question before I let you get to everybody else. It's funny because Danny Garcia was just talking about how he's real irritable during the fight week. What's your weight? What you eat today?
So listen, I tried that. So I already knew. So when I asked that question, like I knew, like, well, the weigh-in's tomorrow. Like he was real pissed. And I was thinking, like, you know how, like, you be pissed and you be irritable? Like, when you be hungry, you be like, what the fuck? Me motherfucking long, I want to get something to eat. Like, in your mind and shit. So I wanted to, like, change the mood.
It's history.
Oh, and also I had talked to Danny and Angel early, and they was telling me how, like, you know, they was hungry and shit.
In the sport of boxing today.
Okay, I got a short question before I let you get to everybody else. It's funny because Danny Garcia was just talking about how he's real irritable during the fight week. What's your weight? What you eat today?
What I eat today?
Yeah, what's going on? What's your weight? How's the weight?
We on a
stay, you a little fiery today, bro.
We on a stay ready juice diet with seaweed and oranges and apples. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
you see how I'm doing that curveball? You see how I threw him the curveball? You see how I threw him the curveball? You see, but I wasn't meaning to do that. I was like, okay, we gotta calm this shit down. Like, I thought he was gonna beat me up, y'all. I thought he was gonna beat me up. I thought he was gonna get me. All right, I ain't gonna stop it no more.
History boxing for a long time. I'm a huge fan of the history in the welterweight division, and it is my time right now, Saturday night, to leave my mark and to be a part of that tremendous history in the sport of boxing today.
Okay, I got a short question before I let you get to everybody else. It's funny because Danny Garcia was just talking about how he's real irritable during the fight week. What's your weight? What you eat today?
What I eat today?
Yeah, what's going on? What's your weight? How's the weight?
We on a
stay, you a little fiery today, bro.
We on a stay ready juice diet with seaweed and oranges and apples. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, fight week in general, and just getting close to the fight, being on a diet for anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks, like, I tell people, like, look, I'm ready to fight, okay? Y'all want to talk this and that, like, I am irritable. You know what I mean?
See.
I am irritable. But what irritates me the most is that every single one of these fights, I got to put cameras in my face and be asked a lot of questions like I'm not ready to fight. Like, I did not choose boxing when I was 7 years old. Okay? I could have quit at any time if I didn't want to be a fighter. I tell the amateurs that think about, kids that think about fighting, I say, now look, you need to understand that if you want to be a boxer, you need to be prepared to be hit. You watch kids and the way that they box, and you can tell instantly that they're scared to be hit. Now, I'm not saying go out there and get hit, but I'm saying you need to be mentally, physically prepared to get hit. So that when you do get hit, you don't get into that little scare mode, okay? I'm a visualization type of fighter. I visualize many outcomes. I visualize myself being up on the ropes, being pounded on, having him up on the ropes, pounded on him. I visualize taking critical blows. I visualize myself having to take a knee if I need to. And there's fights that have happened where the fight could have been prolonged if the fighter was smart enough to take a knee. If you have the skills that I believe that I do have and possess, it is wise to utilize that moment to get a recovery for oneself so that you can put yourself back into the fight. It's like a wave. There are ups and downs throughout the fight. The fight is not always going in your direction. Doesn't mean that you cannot overcome it and start to put it back into your direction.
Tallying out with the confidence conversation, I asked Danny the same thing. He said he was so confident that if he lost, he'd be willing to grow a ponytail.
Hey.
But do you see like the difference between my questions and, like, you know, other media members' questions? I don't intentionally. I don't say when I go to an event, you know, that I'm gonna try to get on under motherfucking skin. That's not, you know, I ask questions in regards to I really be wanting to know. You know? And I know that, you know, with the way I do live streams, you know, let me go full screen, camera. I know that with the way I do live streams, I expect for y'all. I expect for you, the chat, to tell me like, yo, T Street, I saw that fucking interview you did. You was on some bitch ass nigga shit. Why you was on, you know, because somebody was doing that with when I interviewed Leonard Ellaby. I told you the story about what happened to Leonard Ellaby. I used to be clowning him on social media and on YouTube about his goatee that used to be fucked up. So when I finally met him for the first time at Mayweather-McGregor press conference in New York, longest press conference in like the history of press conferences, I was scared to talk to him because I was like, oh shit, I was roasting him on like social media. And but when I interviewed him, he was cool. I don't know if he didn't remember me or what, but he had blocked me on Twitter. And I was like, oh shit. Like I roasted him to smithereens. But I have a high amount of respect for Leonard Ellaby now, because he has literally transitioned from being like a corner man to like the CEO and literally running Mayweather Promotions. Is the reason why reporters don't ask tough questions the way they get denied credential for it? Depends. You know, in my situation, I've got to a point where we have a team, and it hurts me when our team gets denied credentials. So for example, I've noticed something. I noticed that when I apply for events, I get approved. But if I try to, or if my team applies for events, they like iffy. They pick and choose what events that they want us to cover. So I don't know if it's like a rites of passage type of thing, like where they're like, no, you got to pay your dues, or if it's like they fucking with us, you know? But one thing I made sure to do is to make sure that we're staying true to ourselves and that we're changing boxing media. For example, we haven't been paid it's been 38 days, 37 days since we've been paid. We're doing all this for free. You know? Because we, you know, thank God, literally thank God I'm in a situation where, you know, with the help of my father, I'm independently wealthy. So it may not look like it because I'm not like a materialistic dude. I'm really not. I'm not into all that shit. But however, I'm able to do this as a hobby and have fun with it, but also make sure I'm doing right by the sport in regards to, we cover the fights. And I swear to you, I really don't like you scumbags who don't motherfucking purchase the fights. Y'all scum to me. Y'all scum. You're scum. You're lower than a snake's belly. Now, it's different if you don't have the money. But if you're going out buying Jordans and shit every fucking week and you talking about how much the fucking fighters should and should not be making, then you're scum to me. You're low. You're low. Especially if you're in the UK, because y'all pay-per-views are cheap, even though you're getting a lot of them. You know? What is it, like motherfucking 25, 30 quid, some shit? But the reason why I cherish interviews like this is because when I look back where this content is going to be 30, 40 years down from the line, I interviewed Keith Thurman 2 days before one of the biggest fights of his career. That's the way I view things, you know? My first ever interview was ever in life was Oscar De La Hoya. I was scared to death. And I was hospitalized the day after. That's how sick I was.
If you lost, would you be willing to cut yours?
For sure.
So you're that confident that you'll win, that you cut the ponytail off if you lost, hypothetically?
Well, outside of that, maybe one time Thurman might need something new in his life.
Okay.
So, who do you think asked that question? What brand do you think would ask a question about a ponytail? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. It's good media and it's good questions to ask because you want to get to know the boxers and everything like that. But what brand do you think that was? What channel do you think that was? That ask about shit like that. You know, hey, you know, like your shoes, where'd you get your shoes from? Your shoes are nice and shit. But yet, this is the last time I'm going to play this, and then we got to finish the video up because we got to do our final predictions. In fact, I'm going to start from the beginning so you can know. I didn't mean to piss. I swear I didn't mean to piss him off.
That's all the all access. I'm going to ask the question that you hate, right? All right, no, I'm kidding. You're like, are you ready for this? Yeah. You ready? Are you ready for this? Like, I haven't been doing this for 10 years.
It seems as though that listening to you, you've been talking about how you know, you have the left hook, Danny Garcia has the left hook, but this is the first fight where I've seen that in promotion you haven't really come off as confident. You know, it's almost like you look at it as it's really a 50-50 fight. How do you view that?
I'm about to knock him out, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
So you're going for the knockout?
Are you going for the knockout? That's what y'all understand. First off, is one time, all the time, KOs for life. All right? The model doesn't change. The philosophy doesn't change. The only thing is when a fighter starts showing me that it's not easy to get what I want, then I'm going to get the other portion of what I want, which is overall victory of the night. Okay? Did we not buckle Sean Porter? Was he not hurt several times in the fight? Okay, but for some reason, I don't know if it had to do with the car accident, the layoff, yada, yada, yada. When we connected with the one, we couldn't follow up. We did not shut him down. We did not put him out, okay?
So, already, this was 2 years ago. He was deeply concerned about how the injury was affecting his career and his performance. This is 2 days before he fought Danny Garcia. Now remember, I'm using this. These are going to be individual videos. So I'm going to play it back now. I want you to put your CSI. I want you to put your listen to him. Listen to him. And what we were talking about earlier in regards to, is Keith Thurman a broken fighter mentally, in regards to are the injuries affecting him as a fighter? So listen to this recount of when he fought Sean Porter and how he's going into the Danny Garcia fight expecting a knockout, but he didn't get it. You got to fix the ponytail.
Access. I'm going to ask the question that you hate, right? All right, no, I'm kidding. You're like, I'm over. You ready for this? Yeah. You ready? Are you ready for this? Like, I haven't been doing this for 10 weeks.
It seems as though that, listening to you, you've been talking about how, you know, you have the left hook, Danny Garcia has the left hook. But this is the first fight where I've seen that, in promotion, you haven't really come off as confident. You know, it's almost like you look at it as it's really a 50-50 fight. How do you view that?
I'm about to knock him out, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
So you're going for the knockout?
Are you going for the knockout? That's what y'all understand. First off, it's one time, all the time, KOs for life. All right? The model doesn't change. The philosophy doesn't change. The only thing is when a fighter starts showing me that it's not easy to get what I want, then I'm going to get the other portion of what I want, which is overall victory of the night. Okay? Did we not buckle Sean Porter? Was he not hurt several times in the fight? Okay, but for some reason, I don't know if it had to do with the car accident, the layoff, yada, yada, yada. When we connected with the one, we couldn't follow up. We did not shut him down. We did not put him out, okay? I promised myself if Garcia buckles the way that Porter buckled, we have to close it out, you know? But I mean, I'm just tired of the fucking shit talk, man. Fuck y'all. What y'all want me to talk about? Don't y'all want to see the fight? You know what I'm saying? I'm here to fight. Nothing matters except for the fight. You know? I mean, I can give you a prediction. The fight will end within 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever. But then if it doesn't happen, then what? You know, Keith Thurman don't know what he's talking about. Danny was way more of a challenge than he's like. Tired of all y'all reporting and all this other stuff, man. I'm a world-class fighter. No matter what happens, win, lose, draw, Keith Thurman is a world-class fighter. Every single time I step in the ring, I give you world-class fights, okay? And I'm going to continue to do that to the day I retire, all right? But the thing is, I just have a new confidence, man, and some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. I talk about it a little, I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm spiritual, all right? And I've hit a certain place in my life now that I'm 28 years old. I've marinated in this world of boxing for a long time now. Okay, and I'm marinated in the world, and I'm growing as a man inside and outside of the ring. Okay, I do this for me. I don't do this for you. I do it for me. You help me because without you, there is no sport of boxing. It would just be reckless fighting.
Thank you, champ.
It would not be a career. I am grateful of the career that I have. I'm grateful of the career that I've developed for myself. I strive for greatness each and every single time that I step into the ring. I have an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. My mama used to beat me, and my daddy used to beat me. Can you beat me? That's what I want to know. That's why I signed these contracts.
Make it happen.
I love the sport of boxing. This is a sport. I look forward to each and every fight. And now I finally hit a point in my career where I'm getting the fights that I want. They talk about Danny Garcia has a tremendous resume. A lot of people fought certain people that I never fought. Guess what? Those fighters didn't want to fight me. Floyd Mayweather never wanted to fight me. Do y'all forget that when his daddy wants to talk about I was a made champion, I was the interim title holder for Mayweather? They elevated Mayweather to elevate me, to put him in position to where he never had to talk about me. He didn't have to take Keith Thurman as a mandated opponent. He got to do whatever he wanted to do. He got to wear what we call the political crown. I'm not mad at him, man. I'm not mad at that scenario. It was a little frustrating having to deal with it, but that's what happens in the sport of boxing from time to time. And Mayweather has dominated the industry since he stepped on the scene. He was an Olympian, yada, yada, yada. He fought for that political position. So it's not like it was undeserving, okay? It just was frustrating for one person because Danny fought Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi never wanted to fight me. I wanted to fight him at one point. He got beat by AB. We never talked about it ever again. Why? Because I was interested in fighting champions. I've always been interested in fighting champions, okay? I mean, I wanted to fight Sean Porter.
I whooped Thurman ass.
He held the IBF before he fought Kell Brook. Kenny Porter had an article statement saying, we don't need to fight Keith Thurman right now. We can fight him when he gets his world title, and then we can fight each other for a unification bout. He loses his title, I get my title, and then we fight for my title. Do I say he needs to go back and get a title? No. It's a fight that I always wanted. It was a fight that I was happy to make happen. Saturday night is the same scenario. Happens to be in the same venue. So, I mean, like I said, man, I do this for me. I do it for the love of the sport. I do this because this is what I've always wanted to do as a child. I am successful. A loss does not take away my success.
He about to start quoting scripture.
I am not fearful of losing. I'm not fearful of getting knocked out. I hold no fear. For Jesus said, fear no man that wants to harm your flesh. I am a warrior. I've always been a warrior, and I'm willing to die in that ring. I tell my family, if I was to die in that ring, don't you shed a tear.
Oh, my God.
You understand?
You see? He started quoting scripture. Okay, so the Munguia weigh-in is going to be starting. Same thing. I was trying to ride it out. So it's going to be starting at likely 3:30. Hold, let me check. Thank God. Whew. All right. So we're going to be I've been trying to hold on because what I'm going to do is I've been able to be cheap and kind of like do two birds, one stone. Use these streams, talk about various different boxing subjects and topics, and then edit them into individual videos. So, all right. So let me go, because this is going to end soon. So let me go find the Munguia weigh-in, and we're going to talk about that. But yeah, he started quoting scripture and shit. But he was really hungry. Look under his eyes. He's so hungry. You see it? He was weighing in the next day. This was his last fight.
And then we fight for my title. Do I say he needs to go back and get a title? No. It's a fight that I always wanted. It was a fight that I was happy to make happen. Saturday night is the same scenario. Happens to be in the same venue. So, I mean, like I said, man, I do this for me. I do it for the love of the sport. I do this because this is what I've always wanted to do as a child. I am successful. A loss does not take away my success. I am not fearful of losing. I'm not fearful of getting knocked out. I hold no fear. For Jesus said, fear no man that wants to harm your flesh. I am a warrior. I've always been a warrior, and I'm willing to die in that ring. I tell my family, if I was to die in that ring, don't you shed a tear. You understand? Y'all don't fully get who Keith Thurman is.
I do, Keith. I do.
I'm somebody who loves to fight. But
I understand.
Outside of the fight, this is a sport called boxing. Boxing also is an art. I told a person a long time ago, if you watch Floyd Mayweather, it's like watching a ballerina. It's finessing his way to victory each and every time. And everybody knows it's not easy to be a ballerina. Okay? It's not easy. So, you know, I mean, First off, a man has to wear little tights and stuff. It's a little demeaning, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, what they put their bodies through is strenuous. To be an elite athlete is strenuous, okay? But I have a love for the sport. This is my life, man, and I love it each and every step of the way. I love the history of boxing. I've loved the history of boxing for a long time. I'm a huge fan of the history in the welterweight division, and it is my time right now, Saturday night, to leave my mark and to be a part of that tremendous history in the sport of boxing today.
Okay, I got a short question before I let you get to everybody else. It's funny because Danny Garcia was just talking about how
I did not mean to be that rude. I was not trying to be that rude. By the way, I was really sick that day, like really, really sick. I was hospitalized 2 days after that. I had minor respiratory failure when I was on my way to the fight. So I was not trying to be that rude.
He's real irritable during the fight week. What's your weight? What you eat today?
What I eat today?
Yeah, what's going on? What's your weight? How's the weight?
We on a
you a little fiery today, bro.
We on a stay ready juice diet with seaweed and oranges and apples. You know what I'm saying? So at the end
You
of
know
the
what you're
day,
saying, Keith.
Fight week in general, and just getting close to the fight, being on a diet for anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks, like I tell people, like, look, I'm ready to fight. Okay, y'all want to talk this and that? Like, I am irritable. You know what I mean?
See.
I am irritable. But what irritates me the most is that every single one of these fights, I got to put cameras in my face and be asked a lot of questions like I'm not ready to fight. Like, I did not choose boxing when I was 7 years old. Okay?
I understand,
I
man.
quit at any time if I didn't want to be a fighter. I tell the amateurs that think about, kids that think about fighting, I say, now look, you need to understand that if you want to be a boxer, you need to be prepared to be hit. You watch kids and the way that they box, and you can tell instantly that they're scared to be hit. Now, I'm not saying go out there and get hit, but I'm saying you need to be mentally, physically prepared to get hit. So that when you do get hit, you don't get into that...
Yeah.
That little scare mode, okay? I'm a visualization type of fighter. I visualize many outcomes. I visualize myself being up on the ropes, being pounded on, having him up on the ropes, pounded on him. I visualize taking critical blows. I visualize myself having to take a knee if I need to. And there's fights that have happened where the fight could have been prolonged if the fighter was smart enough to take a knee. If you have the skills that I believe that I do have and possess, it is wise to utilize that moment to get a recovery for oneself so that you can put yourself back into the fight. It's like a wave. There are ups and downs.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Keith Thurman is a tiny dude. I'm 6'2" with no shoes like on. I'm a legit 6'3". That's why if you ever see my videos, I have like a high ass camera angle. Like he's a little guy.
Downs throughout the fight. The fight is not always going in your direction. Doesn't mean that
But he'll fuck your fucking shit up.
you cannot overcome it and start to put it back into your direction.
Tallying on with the confidence conversation, I asked Danny the same thing. He said he was so confident that if he lost, he'd be willing to grow a ponytail.
Hey!
If you lost, would you be willing to cut yours?
For sure.
So you're that confident that you cut
His ring IQ was high as shit.
Hypothetically.
Well, outside of that, maybe Keith one time Thurman might need something new in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you really think about it, whose ring IQ? Like the way he talks in regards to, he knows that in his mind, now whether he's going to do it in the ring or not, he knows that to take a knee. You know, if he gets hurt, he knows he's supposed to hold. Now, when it came to Luis Collazo, what did he do? He got hurt to the body. He got on his bike. That's high ring IQ, right? You can say that's high ring IQ. When it came to Jesus Soto Kara's hurting, Sean Porter, he got on his bike. So when you take the knee, that's the last resort, correct? No, well, actually, you should run the try to. If you can't evade, then the hold. And if, you know, that's not working, take a knee. Take the whole 8 seconds. Look directly in the referee's eyes. And be like, I'm cool, ref. Just the whole, give me my whole 8. I'm looking at you, ref. I'm looking at you. You know? So he seems to know, like, you know, he seems like a sure, like, you know, a sure in that way. That's why I say he's great. But tomorrow's going to be a test. Listen, Josesito Lopez ain't no joke. Yes, he's supposed to be a comeback fighter, but he not no joke. He literally, like, all right, whatever.
I feel you. I had mine long too.
You know what I'm saying? It might need a change up. You know, it's been working for a long time. You know, and the amateurs, they used to call me Samson. See that boy right there? That's where you get your power from?
Well, remember when De La Hoya, when he fought, you know, a liver shot fucks you up. Now, listen, I've had a liver shot before. Liver shots are debilitating. You can't do shit. Like, you don't have no ear. You're like, like you're rolling around and like you can't do shit. You can't do shit. But no, that's a sternum shot. But a liver shot, that literally, it's like that sharp ass, like, you can't do shit. You can't do shit. Trust me. You do trust me. That's, you can't do nothing.
They say, yo, that's Samson. Watch that boy fight. He about to fucking knock somebody out. Okay? And they, you know, I've had power for a very long time.
Yeah, you got a nice bike.
Grown men since I was 13, 14.
You got a nice ass bike.
16-ounce gloves and headgears, okay? That's why this is not new to me. When you see Keith Thurman fight, you see Keith Thurman fight. You only get to see the outcome of certain outcomes, and you can multiply it by how many times you've actually seen me on television, okay? But that's not the whole totality of how good of a fighter I am and everything that I've been through and everything that I've learned in the sport of boxing, you know? I mean...
But if you think about it, right, you know, every great fighter has gotten a gift somewhere along the line, right? Majority of them. I hope and I pray that Josesito Lopez doesn't get robbed tomorrow. But he is not the type of fighter where, like, he's not no bum. He's not even a journeyman. Depending on how you look at the Canelo fight, Canelo was too big for him. How you look at the Marcos Maidana fight, I don't feel he fully grew into 140 yet. Victor Ortiz was whooping his ass until he broke his jaw. Canelo was and Golden Boy was sitting ringside. The Berto fight, I say again, to me that was a controversial stoppage. Lopez was winning that fight. It was PBC on Spike TV. I covered it. In fact, that video is here on the channel somewhere. You know what? For you guys, I'm going to do it. For you, the people. Because everywhere I go, they're asking about it. Hold up. So I'm going to do... Let's go back in a time machine. 3 years ago.
And the issue is difficult to not get emotional when I'm watching this live. So it's 11:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March the 13th, 2014. PBC on Spike TV. Andre Berto.
Oh, by the way, it was 2015. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. It was 2015.
Berto now improves to 30-3 with 23 KOs, scoring a 6-round TKO stoppage of Josesito Lopez. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you bits and pieces of it, and then I'm going to let you hear. But the stoppage was bullshit, and we're going to talk about it. So let me gather my thoughts. I'm T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. So we are going to start.
So y'all know how I get down. I cover every fight after they go off, moments after they go off. We're final predictions. The weigh-in starting soon. Hold up, let me make sure I pull it up. So, oh, you see my thank you out, Jaime. I was in a deep ass depression at this point in time, but I was still doing videos. I had an open legal case Criminal case. I was facing 14 years in prison. Also, I don't have a voice. My body was shutting down.
Soon, give me a minute. Let me position. We can do a few seconds. I'm trying to get rights to PBC footage. It's a long story.
Oh my God! I said it back then. I was literally working on it back then to get you highlights. What I having to show you on the TV. I was working on it back then. This is my little shoe boxes back here. I was working on it back then. 3 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. So listen. I was working on it back then. So this was moments after. Literally, this was live when they were showing the highlights of Berto versus Lopez.
Start soon. Give me a minute. Let me position.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit.
Which was bullshit, and we're going to talk about it. So let me gather my thoughts. I'm T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. So we are going to start. We're going to start soon. Give me a minute. Let me position. We can do a few seconds. I'm trying
to get
rights to PBC footage. It's a long story, but I'll explain later. That's the first knockdown, right?
I'm pulling it up, the weigh-in.
My bad.
He deserved a chance to at least beat the count. Very true. I agree with that.
Like I said, it's just a shame that when you have a spectacular event like this was, we know the first PBC card on NBC, mixed reviews. This one I enjoyed from the first fight, Sean Porter versus Eric Bonet. Second fight, Chris Arreola versus Curtis Harper, one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen in quite some time. And Chris Arreola always provides for a good heavyweight fight. And then we have Andre Berto versus Josesito Lopez in the fight where Andre Berto was getting outworked. Andre Berto looked like he was on his way to losing to another fighter like Victor Ortiz, Jesus Soto Corraz, Robert Guerrero, and Josesito Lopez from being outworked. No head movement, walking straight in, easy to hit. The body was right there and open, and Josesito Lopez was going to work. Now,
if you want a glove, I need to hear you make some noise. There's one. And another. All right. Fantastic job. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Pitch 25 for Saturday night's World Championship fights.
Yeah, I look at it now, it's cringy, but yo, I was pulling major views back then with no technology. Like, it was just me talking. It was crazy back then. Like, before the Boxing Egos, before the Dante's Boxing Nations, I was #1, literally. No bullshit. But then I got really sick. Like, I got really sick.
We also want to remind you, if you cannot make it to the fight tomorrow night, you can download the app. I see we're still throwing out some gloves real quick. The fans are definitely excited for tomorrow night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are set and ready to get the weigh-in started. Tomorrow night, we have an evening live on DAZN. On the world feed, we bring you up, ladies and gentlemen. This one is scheduled for 10 rounds. And the super lightweight division, introducing to you first.
God, Gennaro.
We'll be fighting out of the blue corner with 28 professional bouts. consists of 23 victories, 12 wins, 4 defeats, and 1 draw. He's a 2-time title challenger. Let's make some noise from Huatabampo, Sonora, Mexico, Jesus Chuito Valdez. And on my right,
Marlo Stanfield, as long as I wear it.
Perfect record. 11 victories all by knockout. A true prospect in the world of boxing. Please put your hands together for the one and only, the former NABF Junior Super Lightweight Champion from Dallas, Texas, the undefeated Virgil Ortiz Jr. And first up onto the scale, we bring up Jesus Chuito Valdez.
My partner, Rob Suarez, the guy that be getting all the footage from the LA press conferences, he close with Virgil, or he know him. I forgot if he close with, he know him.
Even, ladies and gentlemen.
But he been telling me to watch him for the longest.
Jesus Chuito Valdez.
I'm going to edit all this stuff into individual videos like I did with the press conferences.
To the scale, the undefeated fighter from Dallas, Texas. Let's make some noise for Virgil Ortiz Jr. $143.6, ladies and gentlemen, for Virgil Ortiz Jr. Tomorrow night, 10 rounds of the super lightweight division. Let's make some noise, fans. Come on for these two fighters. And now they will do a pose and then the face-off. Remember, you can download the DAZN app from Google Play, Apple iTunes Store. Watch all the fights, and including it is the home of the world-famous world champion Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, they're still doing fights on Facebook. It's going to be like maybe like 6 a year or something like that. Some shit like that.
Posing first? Okay. We're going to pose first for the cameras. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, for the face-off between the two tomorrow night. 10 rounds of action in the super lightweight division.
No, she got a promotion.
This from Sonora, Mexico, taking on Texas's own, the undefeated Virgil Ortiz Jr.
I was saying, like, people think like models and shit, they don't be like regular people, but they be like regular ass women.
Obviously ready to go. We're going to talk to him in a few moments.
You know, they be like regular ass chick. They just be wanting regular ass lives, but you know, like it just be thirsty fuck boys like you guys, you know. Let's see what they're talking about.
He's tall, he's rangy, but he could bang. So the hometown kid, I can see why he's a favorite. Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, like
this AK and Barack. I don't know Barack. Let me tell you how I met him. It was a press conference a few years ago. He asked me to do a promo on one of my videos, and I stood him up because I didn't know who he was. They used to work for Sirius XM Radio, and they would used to do boxing and podcasts on there. That's how they started. So now they got an upgrade. You know, they got a big-ass promotion. They're working for the Zone. But that's how I met him. I met him for the first time through him from, I forgot when. I don't remember when. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember when.
That Pedialyte going, you know, feeling good, man. You're big for 140 pounds. Obviously, you're taller than me. I weigh 200 pounds. How tall are you?
But I don't like flying around. I don't want to be. I don't want that job. I would never want that job. I don't want to fly around. I don't like that shit.
You're ready for the
yeah, they have gotten better.
And Maurice Hooker's a guy that's in your weight class, you know what I mean? He's going to be fighting on the Zone soon, so that's a potential fight.
Let's see if they interrupt the weigh-in, though.
Oh, that'd be a great opponent. That'd be a great fight to set up in Dallas, you know? I mean, we're both from Dallas. That'd be an excellent fight to set up, and I hope that we can make that happen.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I think. Are you ready? Obviously, you're ready. You came in there 143. So was there like a contracted weight?
Yeah, it was 144 this time. Yeah.
Good question.
So you feel more comfortable with this?
I can make 140. Is the only thing is, I've been training since October, so it would have been too much on my body.
A little overtrained.
Oh, just a little bit, but
Somebody just told him wrap it up. You saw how he turned.
All right, so congratulations. Look forward to seeing
You saw how he turned. You saw how he turned.
Folks, let's go back to the press, to the weigh-in.
You saw how he turned.
And if you are a part of the social media world, don't forget to use hashtag Munguia and Inoue. Make sure to tag away all your photos and videos.
So before, they used to be talking over the weigh-ins. That shit was whack.
We go for tomorrow night, 12 rounds of the WBA Featherweight Championship, presented to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, and by Universal Promotions, and by Max Power Promotions. We bring up first to the stage.
Max Power.
This time, he is the challenger with an impressive record, 15 victories, 2 wins by way of knockout, and 2 defeats. He is a 2-time WBA International Featherweight Champion, ranked #1 in his respective country. Let's bring up Kunming from Kunming, China, Shu, the Monster Chan. And on to my right, ladies and gentlemen, he comes in with an outstanding professional record with 31 bouts, 26 victories, 19 wins by way of knockout, and 2 defeats and 2 draws. Ranked #1 in Puerto Rico, he's a 3-time title holder and a 2-time division holder, ladies and gentlemen. El Orgullo de Caguas, Puerto Rico, the reigning defending WBA Featherweight Champion, Jesus Rojas. 125.6, ladies and gentlemen, for the fighting pride of Kunming, China, Shu, the Monster Chan. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to go. And up next onto
They came from Sirius FM radio, XM radio.
Defending WBA Featherweight World Champion.
Oh, somebody got to get naked. Oh, man. Hold up. I don't want to fuck up the stream. They better have that towel right. I saw somebody balls before. No homo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the scale at this time. The WBA
Oh, pull that towel up.
World Champion.
Pull the goddamn towel. Commercial break. Commercial break. Commercial break.
126 pounds even. He's ready to go.
They ain't fucking up my video. Fuck that.
Tomorrow's fight's brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and by Universal Promotions, Max Power Promotions. This is 12 rounds for the
YouTube
WBA
will try to blame me for that shit.
Strap. And now they will pose for the cameras.
How many bitches y'all think Oscar got lined up for the night?
Shu the Monster Chan from Kunming, China, ranked #1 in his respective country. And the reigning defending WBA Featherweight World Champion, Jesus Rojas.
4. What you think he drinking tonight?
And now for the face-off.
I don't think he's doing the white powder anymore.
To go tomorrow night, our co-main event of the evening for the leather and gold.
Yeah, because remember,
Time to get in the zone.
a couple nights ago, he was on Twitter talking all crazy, so he probably like burnt out. He want to rest before the fight tomorrow because he know he got to show up. If he don't show up, people going to write bad stories about him. So he got to be sober now. He probably got just one tonight. Now, I don't think he's doing a coke no more.
All right, here we go.
I like Oscar, man. He's my favorite fighter of all time.
Around the world. This
Look,
is our main event of the evening. We are
he trying to keep it together.
on DAZN right now. Tomorrow night, a storied rivalry continues of two countries with a rich boxing culture. Now, once again, both nations come together.
Look, he tried to keep it together. He like, shit, I can't party tonight because I know I got to show up to the event.
International, spectacular, 12 rounds for the WBO Junior Middleweight Championship of the World. Live from Houston Toyota Center. Presented to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Zanford Promotions and Tekken Boxing. Sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Hennessy, never stop, never settle. And now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing to you first, he is the challenger with an impressive record. 13 victories, 7 wins by way of knockout, no defeats and 1 draw. He's ranked #1 in Japan, #20 in the world. Please welcome from Tokyo, Japan, the challenger, Takeshi Inoue. And to my right, ladies and gentlemen, his professional record, a perfect one. 31 victories. Oh, he's going to go first? 31 victories, 26 wins by way of knockout. He is a shining star of the boxing world, ranked #1 in the world by the WBO. At this time, a big round of applause for the former WBC Latino Super Lightweight Champion. Please welcome the fighting pride of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Jaime Munguia.
I know, man.
The WBO Junior Middleweight Champion on the scale.
Oscar's a nasty ass.
153.2, ladies and gentlemen, for the WBO Junior Middleweight Champion of the World, Jaime Munguia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger onto the scale at this time from Tokyo, Japan, Takeshi Inoue.
No relation to Inoue.
153.6, ladies and gentlemen, for the challenger, Takeshi Inoue. All right.
Inoue go fuck motherfucking Munguia up. He gonna whoop him tomorrow. He gonna whoop him.
2 historic countries with a rich boxing history.
Munguia is finished. Munguia finished, y'all.
The Houston Toyota Center.
He's finished.
It's going to be a good one. If you don't have your ticket, make sure you get your ticket right down the street at the Houston Toyota Center.
Munguia was a one-hit wonder.
And now they pose for the camera.
He finished.
Fit and ready to go.
He gonna whoop
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
That Japanese man didn't come to play.
Japan's the challenger, Takeshi Inoue, taking on the fighting pride of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico.
Munguia looking small.
Junior middleweight champion of the world.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Yo, he done. That's it. No, we ain't trying to hear it. That's it. Y'all gonna get Munguia fucked up.
Like they ready to hurt each other. And Takeshi's not intimidated at all, even though he's a smaller guy. He's not in this country.
Y'all about to get Munguia fucked up. Munguia finished. That's it. He finished. That's it. He done. Oh, you know that I learned that you can't say jab. That's derogatory. You can't say that. I didn't know that until, you know, like last year. Munguia is finished. He finished. Takeshi Inoue for the win. Watch. Listen, you heard it here first. Oh, by the way, disclaimer. I don't gamble. Don't ever gamble on my predictions. But yeah, he finished. Oh, this guy. This guy's cool. This interpreter guy, he's very important in Japanese boxing. I forgot his name.
Biggest opportunity. He's so far away from home. Heavy underdog.
I forgot his name.
この試合はあなたに対してどういう試合でしょうか。これだけ家から遠いところに来てこういう試合をするっていうことはどういうことでしょうか。
この試合は自分がボクシングを始めた
I'm gonna translate.
も問われるようなそんな試合。
He like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck motherfucker Munguia up. He's a bum.
Started boxing to have this fight.
All right, we want to wish you good luck tomorrow night.
Yeah, I translated for y'all. He's like, motherfucking Munguia is a motherfucking bum. He's a motherfucking weight bully. I'm a motherfucking fuck him up because y'all know I know like fluent Japanese and shit.
Munguia in a few moments. You know, sometimes it's tough. I feel bad for guys that are so far away from home, heavy underdogs. Sometimes you think it overwhelms them.
Oh, Fred in town? I'm scared to death.
You're gonna have to go in somebody else's backyard.
I'm scared.
Prove everybody wrong.
And it's something about being.
Don't get me, Fred.
Gives you, that extra push, that extra motivation, for you to go in there and give it your.
Don't get me, Fred.
Sometimes it actually gives you a little bit of an edge because
that's his name, Mr. Honda, right? That is his name. No, that's not.
You're not the guy everybody has their eyeballs on, and that's when you can sneak up and upset people.
Absolutely. And then there's the other side where even Deontay Wilder said with his fight against Fury, he felt the pressure of.
They said, Fred, go get me, y'all. Don't get me, Fred.
Jaime here. Hi, oh my God. How you doing?
My man. What's up, brother?
All right, so
I'm scared.
Obviously, you're a heavy favorite here, right?
This guy right here, Gabriel, he's the man.
There's some pressure on you. We don't know much about
the translator right here. He's the man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna talk to you about him.
About Takeshi, but sometimes that's kind of difficult because a guy can surprise you, but nobody knows much about him.
Sí, yo sé, no sabemos mucho de él, no tenemos material para estudiarlo. Hemos batallado mucho para eso, ya que hay dos Takeshi Inoue.
Munguia hungry.
Tenemos que basarnos en lo que hemos visto y en lo que hemos aprendido a lo largo de la carrera para sacarle el boxeo a como venga.
There isn't a lot that we know about him. There's not a lot of material available for us to study. We struggle to do that, but we're going to use all that we've done in our boxing career to do what we need to do in the ring and be ready for what comes.
Okay, you're a Mexican fighter. This is a Mexican community. Are there any past Mexican fighters that you want to make proud?
Sí, claro que sí. Yo quiero darle orgullo a toda mi gente. Muchísimo orgullo. Yo soy de ellos, yo trabajo para ellos. Ellos me dan de comer, ellos son los que hacen posible esto. Entonces les doy las gracias y me gustaría algún día ser una leyenda y que ellos me recuerden en buena forma.
I do it for all my Mexican people. I'm from them. I belong to
them. I'm half Mexican.
It's because of them that I
and half black and half Irish.
I make sure that I make them proud and I become a Mexican legend for these fans. Best Mexicans.
All right, so we want to wish you good luck, Munguia. Looking forward to seeing you fight on Saturday. On Saturday, and no, it's okay. And look forward to seeing you in the middleweight division eventually.
Yes, exactly. Against maybe Canelo. Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're going to go back over to the weigh-in.
Canelo!
Now for the face-off. It looks like it could get heated. Corpus Christi, take it.
You know what I think? I think that Munguia is going to stay at 154 and fight as mandatory. Then he's going to move to 160. I don't think he's ever going to fight a Charlo or a Hurd. I don't think it's going to happen. Or a Lara. But yeah, man, motherfucker, to know you're going to motherfucking fuck Munguia up. He finished. He done. I've been watching the tapes. I've been watching the footage. That's some inside scoops. Please don't listen to nothing I'm saying. But I've been watching the scoops. Munguia he's finished. But tomorrow's going to be, it's not really like a busy day because the cards are not really hardcore. But however, when it comes to the main events, for example, Munguia is a champion. I got to cover that fight, right? Keith Thurman, that's the fight of the night. And it's going to be over early because it's on our free TV. You know? But, oh, man, we got a lot to do. We're finally back in the swing of things. It takes so the way it works for me is once I get my first 30 videos out after a break, then I can start pumping out more. So next week, I'm going to put out 40 videos. And then, 40 videos. So the fights of next week are Kovalev versus Alvarez 2 or Alvarez Kovalev 2. That's a big fight. The week after, Mavericks versus Tank Davis. The week after that, what's February the 16th? Or whatever that week is. with all these new deals, TV deals, there's so much boxing, and there's going to be a lot of overlapping cards. So even though this weekend really only has like 2 significant fights, 3 if you consider Kownacki versus Washington, still, nonetheless, who are these people? Who are these people? Still, nonetheless, what's Saturday? What are you talking about? Yeah, I forgot. I agree. I don't see Munguia. I believe that he's going to fight his mandatory. You know, if he wins this weekend, mandatory will likely be Dennis Hogan. Fight that, and they say, well, hey, listen, he fought at 154. He fought, you know, his mandatory. But however, Oscar De La Hoya does fancy. What's Saturday? What's February 16th? What fight is that? What fight is February 16th? Let me think. I know February the 23rd, the fights of the weekend are the Gale versus Eubank. What is February the 16th, though? Oh, Flores pulled out. I got the email earlier. We don't know who Santa Cruz is going to fight or if it got canceled. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if Santa Cruz is going to fight because Flores pulled. You know, let me look it up now and see who if they have replaced him yet. So many emails, man. Okay, so I'm gonna read it to you. Injury forces contender Miguel Flores out of showdown against featherweight champion Leo Santa Cruz Saturday, February 16th on Premier Boxing Chambers on Fox and Fox Deportes. So let me see who if they replaced him with. Mexico's Rafael Bang Bang Rivera steps in to replace Flores. Plus, it's going to be Omar Figueroa versus John Molina Jr. If Omar Figueroa don't pull out, of course. Showbox got 2 February cards. I'm behind, so I'm trying to catch up. I'm really trying. I am catching up. As y'all can see, like if y'all notice, like when I take those breaks, if I take like a few weeks off, it takes me like 2 weeks to really get back into the swing of things. And then y'all motherfuckers be like, damn, he pumping out all this content. So right now, I believe we're sitting at 18 videos since Monday, correct? Since Pacquiao versus Broner post-fight press conference, we're sitting at 18 videos. So which means I'm close, especially with tomorrow night. And if I chop this video up the way it's supposed to be and do a couple of videos tomorrow, we're going to have 30 videos out with the post-fight press conferences tomorrow. We're going to have 30 videos out by Monday. And then next week, I want to have 40. And then after, you know, each week 40, you know, closer to 50, maybe 60. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting back in the flow because from December the 22nd, when I went to the Charlos fight, PBC on Fox, since then I've been coasting, kind of fucking around, putting out bullshit content. But now, you know, like shit is crazy. And then it's that big press conference here. So here's my fight schedule. We have a very active schedule in Philly for the next few months. For example, February the 8th, there's a card with Christian Cardo. Mid-tier card, not televised showbox yet, but I'm going to that 2300 arena. Then March the 9th, St. Patty's Day, Katie Taylor, Tevin Farmer, and Rose Valenti. It's a unification. They're coming to Philly, along with Gabriel Rosado versus Solowski. That press conference is on Tuesday. And also, word is trickling out that Alexander Volsdik, who unfortunately fought Adonis Stevenson, put him in a coma, you know, not obviously. Damn, people keep getting naked on here. Please, man, what the fuck? Make wait. Oh, no. Commercial break. We can't take the chance. Commercial break. Commercial break. Commercial break. Commercial break. Sometimes they be dropping the tile, man. Motherfuckers' balls and assholes be hanging out. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. This is not. Motherfuckers need this motherfucker. Oh! 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 Oh my God. Oh, they did it. These motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. I'm not going to tell you of the horrors that I just saw. I'm not going to tell you the horror of what I just saw. And this is live on Twitter. This was on Twitter. This is on Twitter live. This is on Twitter live. They barely dodged a bullet. Anyway, what was I talking about? March the 30th, Top Rank on ESPN or ESPN Plus is coming here for Alexander Volznik's first defense of his 175-pound WBC title here in Philly. Is it in Philly? UFC got a card in Philly? Listen, we can get it in Philly or in AC? In Philly or in AC? Let me look this up. Okay, Google. UFC card, Philadelphia. Wait, I got it, Mom. I get feedback on my phone if.
Here's the latest.
It's in Philly. March 30th. Wow. Whoa. Did you know by default, I'm the #1 boxing media person in Philly? It's weird how that shit works. I got to start getting out of the man cave, man. But all right, guys, this is what we're going to do. This stream has already ran long. So like I did do a good job getting the videos out from yesterday, from the post-fight, from the final press conference. So I got to do the same with today. So we're going to have to, who's the other in Philly? I forgot his name. Something. He was just on the news a couple of days ago for some Eagle shit. Or was it yesterday? Okay. So 2 hours and 50 minutes we've been live. I'm going to chop this up into about 4 or 5 videos. And I got to start later on tonight. So tomorrow, you know how we're going to get down for the fights. Obviously, we're going to be here. Obviously, we're going to be here for Thurman, Lopez, post-fight review, post-fight results. And then we're going to be here for the post-fight press conference for a Jaime Munguia versus Takeshi Inoue. We're going to be here for the post-fight video and all that stuff. And then next week, Kovalev versus Alvarez. I've been thinking I got to get to New York soon. I don't know for what though. I haven't been there. There's been a lot. I gotta get out there. So the Canelo versus Jacobs press conference is looming. I've never been to. I've talked to Jacobs a few times, several times. I talked to him about why he wouldn't fight Demetrius Andrade when I found out like they was close friends. But whatever. I'd never talked to Canelo. Like, even though he speak, like, I want to ask him, like, come on, Canelo, you speak English. You speak a little bit. Come on. So that press conference is coming up. That shit is probably going to be next week on some real shit. Yeah, Comey versus Chaniev was on the same card. So I got to get out to New York sometime soon, because honestly, I should have been at Thurman versus Lopez. I would have got approved. I should have been there. But I really didn't feel like going. But whatever, man. I'm teaching controversy. Oh, also, I'm still debating on if I want to go to Crawford versus Khan, because I do want to see Khan get knocked out from home. I want to cover it, but also I would love to see Khan get knocked out live. But what if he wins? You know, I'm kind of torn. You know? But however, a friend of mine did reach out. Somebody I met at Khan versus Algeria, and he want to go. But I kind of want to see him. I want to cover that from home, though. It's going to be biblical. And then Game of Thrones going to be on that next day. Then no episode 2 of the last season. I kind of want to be home, you know? I kind of want to be home. Because Khan probably going to be winning, and then he probably just going to get brutally knocked out. You know, like, so, but I would probably never be able to be like in the arena to see Khan get knocked out live. Like I would be able to be there and to see Khan get knocked out live. You feel me? So it's like, I'm kind of like, you know, on the fence. Like, imagine if you were able to see Khan get knocked out live. You know, even though it'd be gruesome, but, you know, that sensation of like, I was there when he got his ass fucking laid out. You know? I think he's going to be winning, and I think he's going to be doing really, really good. And I think, like, he going to get, like, Bud going to hit him with some shit. Bud going to hit him with some shit. You know? That's what I think. Khan has never been no bitch, though. His chin has always failed him. Even though we troll him. I troll him to smithereens. It's always been Khan is a ball. Like, listen. Let's talk some real shit. Let's not troll. Khan ain't no bitch. He'll fight anybody. His chin is always failing. Like, Khan sharp. He'll be fucking your shit up. You know, but once the most delicate of touches on that chin, he just be dancing. You know? Oh, it's over. He just be dancing. You know? So it's like, you know, like Khan legit, like in regards to skill set. But like defensively, he always get caught pulling back with his hands down. And then that's how he get caught and he just start dancing. You know? The octopus. The fucking octopus. You know? Khan never really had he never had like stamina issues. Yes, his body, the last couple of fights have been soft. You know? But dude can box. I admit, I troll him. I do. I love trolling Khan. I do. But I'm a respectful enough boxing fan and media member to know, like, yo, that motherfucker will fuck you up. You know, like, if you get to his chin, you know, you know, don't tell him what's going to happen. You can't, I mean, has he really, you say he blow his load. Let me tell you, like blowing his load, that means like that he like gassing out. He don't ever gas out. You know? It's just that like he gets caught like after his combinations pulling back and his hands be down and he get caught. You know? Exactly. But he'll be lighting you the fuck up. But see, Bud, he's figure you out, and then don't let him switch southpaw. And then when he gets comfortable, because you know usually when he switches southpaw, it takes him a couple of rounds, maybe about a round or two. Now I've been watching him for a long ass time before he even was televised. When he was on the top ranked TV cards on their website, it's defunct now. I don't use it anymore. Like that southpaw shit, he's always been doing that. But once he gets comfortable, your ass is finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You know? Hey, exactly. If Khan had a chin, what? You know, so we can always clown him. We can always clown him. But come on, you got to get a man respect where respect is due. You know, and that's why he always sell, because he'll be lighting your ass up like, oh, Connor's going to win. Then you'll see him get knocked out. You'll be like, oh, God, no. But then he get up and he walk that shit off. Connor's the only motherfucker to get brutally knocked out and get off and get up. Motherfucker get on the motherfucking post-fight interview. You know, I'm going to thank my team. You know, I want to thank, you know, Al Heyman and shit. You know, and he walked that shit off. Don't go to the hospital, nothing. You know, he just be cool. He get knocked out. He get up. He be cool. You know? I'd be scared to death watching Khan's fights. I'd be like, Khan, you're doing good, bro. Like, because, you know, he one of them type of people. Like, you know, like it's a weird relationship I have with, like, Floyd and AB and Khan. So even though I troll them to death, I still, like, support them. Because it's like, I'm trolling you, but it's like, yo, I really be wanting you to win. You know? It's like weird like that, you know? But he just, like, Khan just be getting fucked up. He just be getting fucked up. But I will troll him to smithereens. That wasn't right what he tried to do to that transgender. It wasn't right. You know? Like, honestly, like, for y'all, she seemed loyal and shit. You know? So it's like, bruh, you got to get your shit together. Like, she seemed like she loyal. I'm just saying. She seemed like she loyal and shit. You know, like if it was me, my personal opinion, even though I may troll, I don't believe she did no shit with AJ. Like some women, I'm sorry, I'm just saying, some women just seem like, you know, like she seemed like she'd be loyal, you know, because she been riding with his bullshit. He motherfucking sending motherfucking dick pics to motherfucking like he's kind of be on some freak shit. Celebrities be on some freak ass shit, man. Celebrities be like, celebrities are weird. Let me tell you. Y'all have seen some of my adventures in New York. They be weird. Celebrities are weird. Like super, super weird. Like they so weird. You know? But 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 29, 30, 31, 32 seconds. You see how I just bullshitted around for that time right there? Almost 3 hours long. We're about to end this stream. And then tomorrow, obviously, we're going to be back. Yeah, New York, that shit is weird. I've had a few adventures in like Midtown Manhattan. Bruh, the Waldorf, like Times Square, Madison Square Garden, like all around. Like, yo, I never thought I would see no shit. Like, I never thought I would be involved in things like that. You know, New York, motherfucking celebrities is weird. Like, I never want to see no shit like that ever again in my life. Ever again in my life. And you know, if anything ever go down to New York with motherfucking vampires, Godzilla show up, motherfucking aliens and shit always go down to New York. The Shrine, always in New York. Always in New York. Always. Motherfucking zombie apocalypse, New York. Always. Always. No way. No way. I don't see how people live there. But anyway. We're going to see you guys tomorrow. This video is going to be deleted within the next hour, and then I'm going to chop it up and edit it into different sections like I did with the press conference. Dig me? T-Street controversy. You have all kind of motherfucking outbreaks. They all start in New York. The outbreak, the plague, New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all later, man. So once again, I'm going to leave this video up for an hour, and then I'm going to delete it and then chop it up.